Hello and welcome back to Going with the Wind, episode 18. Jeez, we're almost at 20 episodes, did I say?
Surprised you're keeping track, I'm not gonna lie.
What I do is I look at the YouTube page and look at the last episode we uploaded. So,
okay.
Like, it's not like some grand list I'm doing, but yeah, so new episode, we're here, myself, the Rooflemonger, and our co-host,
Babe Roofless.
And yeah, so we're doing this a lot. Quick preamble. I cut myself really bad shaving right before this episode. I think the bleeding has mostly stopped, but if I randomly start bleeding while we're talking about Chinese cartoons, please forgive me, because I don't intend to. But I'm like, oh man, we got to start recording. And like, I better shave quick. And I did like and like, oh no. Like the kind of shave where like it doesn't hurt right away, but like, you cut yourself. And that happened like right as we're about to start. So the bleeding has mostly stopped. I do not want to show you the blood from the many other Kleenexes or whatever we had before. I was bleeding a lot right before this podcast. We were just kind of talking through, waiting for the bleeding to mostly stop. And it's finally mostly stopped. But yeah,
I think it took us close to an hour for like something like an hour for the blood to actually stop, which is crazy. Also, it's only been like not even 2 minutes into the podcast and you're already pissing people off. So we're already off to a great start with this episode.
Am I getting people mad talking about blood?
No, Chinese cartoon or whatever.
They're cartoons from China. We all know that.
Oh my gosh. Japanimation. Right?
Yeah, Japanimation. Cartoons from China.
Exactly.
Okay, I want to tell you this. Okay, so for the younger folks at home, if you were truly mad at that, I will tell you, Chinese cartoons is an old trick of the trade. I've been using that for nigh on 20 years, and it works. It works. I remember once, this is like, God, maybe 2 years ago, maybe. It was when the comic store was still at the old place. So yeah, maybe even a year ago. But there's like, like, I don't know, like 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old young adult person, right? And they're randomly talking about anime, right? What the fuck were they talking? They might have been talking about Chainsaw Man, I think. Like when it was like airing and it was newer, right? Mm-hmm. And I just kind of butt myself in conversation because like it's what I do when like I know one of my friends is watching, because like I'm basically doing something for their benefit so they can get a cheap laugh. Mm-hmm. And it's like, and I was like, what are you guys talking about? It's like, oh, we're talking about, and I think it was Chainsaw Man. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, Chainsaw Man. It's like, and I'm like, I've heard of that. And it's like, oh, it's an anime. I'm like, oh, anime, those are cartoons from China. I know those. And they're just like, they got the script. Like, I remember, yeah, Sailor Moon's one of the best Chinese cartoons ever made. And they're just like, their faces are like, it's not from China. It's from Japan. And they're just like really mad. Because they have to defend Japan's honor in the matter, right?
That's right.
Because Lord knows in our small hick Canadian town, Japan being slighted will not stand. And don't get me, like, I get it, right? In the late 90s, into the very early 2000s, I was that guy. Like, slight Japan's honor, not on my watch, buddy. Like, so I was that, so I know it hurts. Katana. Exactly. It's somewhere in the closet. I bought a fucking katana back in those days. I did.
No.
Yes, I did.
Did you have like the rice patty hat?
No, I don't. I could have, I would have. But I have a katana from, I think I probably would have bought it like 1999 or 2000.
That's crazy.
It just sits in the closet now, right? But like, I was that guy. So I know how to hurt you the most. Because I've been there, okay? And that's why I do it too. Because like, I look back at myself in those days and like, I get it, right? Like, for a small town, like no matter where I've lived, hillbilly hick Canadian, I know more Japanese than I should. Like, let's put it that way.
It's the classic, like, you watch anime long enough and you pick up on, like, words that people don't actually use in real life type situation.
Yeah. And then, like, go bumps, nande korea. Like, I have that face, too, where I would, like, use Japanese loan words, too. Like, I get it. That's why I'm so harsh on it now. Because I need to kill the person I was.
Yeah, I can't tolerate that type of weeb-ass behavior in today's day and age.
No, because now people, like, they tolerate less, but it's also worse than ever in both like, if you're on Twitter, I know you're on Twitter too, and you see how people act, right? Like, we've gotten both better and worse about it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Funnily enough, you mentioned your katana. Not a katana, But for a cosplay, I bought a Nier Automata to be like the Virtuous Treaty sword for a cosplay that I was doing. But I didn't realize that it wasn't actually made out of plastic. It was actually made out of straight metal. It's not sharp metal. But it is
my katana, like, it's not like I can, intruder, some person breaks in my house, face my Hanzo steel, and cut him in half, like.
I don't want to call him a weeb, but like going back to the defend your Japan honor type situation. I think it was a really smart tactic for Japan to like increase its soft power, and now everybody and their mother wants to like go to Japan and live in Japan and learn Japanese.
That would almost work for them if they actually let people live in Japan. Maybe then their population wouldn't collapse in like our lifetime.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I heard South Korea is actually worse though in terms of.
I saw the newest one, which apparently has been ongoing. I knew the whole war of South Korea, man and woman, and how both genders hate each other now. I didn't realize doing this is considered a hate crime in South Korea.
Yes, because they think you're talking about like the size of your.
Yeah, and like that. If that hurts your feelings, that's only proven this correct. Like.
I mean, you're not wrong, but it's like you're trying to reason with people on the internet. It's just like it's just not gonna work out.
I do not know the full story, and I don't want to know if I want to know the whole story. But like, I have to assume South Koreans are like the most powerful incels in the world.
I mean,
like they can get like a lot of people canceled, or like movies changed just because like the symbols in it.
Yeah, I know. Like, I watched a video on it a while ago, but basically, like. There's like been like writers for different games or stuff like that where they literally just like go and get them canceled because they do something like this. It's like it's totally blown out of proportion, but that's
I just realized as a Canadian, I'd be instant canceled as a Kids in the Hall fan. One of the most famous ongoing Kids in the Hall skits is exactly this.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Different though, but not same. But they are doing this because.
Like different contexts.
Okay, so right now in my OBS window, I can see your head, right?
Okay.
Oh, I got your head right here. And now I'm crushing your head. Trust me, it was a lot funnier in the 90s. But that is like literally a multiple long-running skit in Kids of the Hall. It's just a guy like looking at people walking by the street and going, I'm crushing your head. And that was it.
Okay, got it. And you would see it from like their POV.
Yeah, and they're just going like this. And
I mean, I'm sure within the context it must have been funny, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no, that one probably doesn't hold. There's a lot of Kids in the Hall you cannot show people in this day and age. Like, I'm not even remotely joking. Canadian humor's always been weirder than like British and American humor, a little bit more out there. And even though one of the main cast members is a gay man and one of the main writers was a gay man, a lot of the skits they would do promoting gay culture would be considered profoundly unwoke by today's standards.
I mean, I guess the standards were slightly different back then, but yeah, for the sake of us not getting like a bunch of hate comments on this video, we should probably not.
No. But yeah, Kids in the Hall is a great show, but I'm just trying to think of like some old skits, and like nobody on earth could show those skits today. Like even South Park might not get away with it. That's Canadian humor. Everyone my age in Canada was like raised on Kids in the Hall.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I've never heard of this show.
It is specifically a Canadian show, founded or rather funded by the Lorne Michael dude, the Saturday Night Live guy.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of the actors were the writers for Saturday Night Live.
Interesting, but this was a kids show, so basically.
No. This was not a kids show.
Okay.
The Kids in the Hall, the joke was that the writers for Saturday Night Live were the kids down the hall, like a bunch of young people.
Okay, interesting.
Kids in the Hall is definitely not for kids.
I thought we were like this. I don't know. I was imagining like an actual like kids show or something, like Ned's Declassified or something like.
No. There's a lot of. I'm trying to think. It's like what. It's hard to know which shows I watched as a kid were Canadian shows. Or like where American shows aired in Canada, or sometimes our shows were made here but aired in both. Because like I remember Lamb Chop. Lamb Chop's a Canadian show, but it did air in the States too.
I have not seen that.
That was the one. This is the song that never ends. It just goes on and on. That was that one. And like Reboot. I know Reboot also aired in the States.
Maybe this is also like a when we grew up time difference thing too, because I did not grow up with any of those shows.
Yeah, I know, because I'm a few years older than you. But I will say this before we will move on. I just want to say this. Reboot pissed me off because Reboot had Canadian content in the episodes every now and then.
Oh?
And when it aired in the American channels, because I would watch ABC, right? So on Saturday morning when it would air on ABC, if there was any Canadian content in those episodes, they would cut it all out.
Wait. Go back a second, though. What is Canadian content?
Oh, CanCon. That's, CanCon. But like, okay, this will make no sense, but just to say it. So, Reboot aired on YTV, youth television in Canada.
Okay. Maybe
and we had the YTV robot. It's just a robot with like YTV.
Okay.
And that robot has been in Reboot several times. And every time that robot was on Reboot, if it aired on the American channel, they cut it out.
That's interesting. I wonder why they did that.
Because it's so you can't let the people know it was made in Canada, basically.
Interesting. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not like he's like offensive looking.
No, he's not.
Anything like that.
And one of the best episodes, he's in the episode that had it was the Not X-Files. It had Not Mulder and Scully in it. Mm-hmm. And he's in that episode, and like one of the best skits gets cut because he's in the episode on the American channel.
That's so interesting. I wonder what the reasoning behind doing that was, like for localization, because it seems like it's just a lot of extra work to do that.
Are you aware of the show? This happens in reverse too. Are you aware of the show called Beast Wars?
No.
Beast Wars. So just in case for the younger viewers at home, Beast Wars was the animal-themed Transformers. So Optimus Primal, not Optimus Prime. And he's a gorilla. That's him.
Okay, interesting. Oh my God.
Now, it working in reverse, the word wars is an awfully aggressive word, I think you would agree.
Yeah, for a kid's show, yes.
Yeah. So in Canada, it got changed to Beasties.
I don't think that makes it better. Not
no.
Gonna lie. I think that makes it way worse.
The intro, and you can't hear my sound, so it won't play as much good, and we might get copyright strike anyway, so we don't want it anymore. But the intro is just like music, and then every now and go Beast Wars. That was it. So in Canada, it's just to hear the music and then go Beasties, which sounds 1,000 times worse. Because we all knew it was being nerfed too, right? Like,
right.
It's the same thing when Dragon Ball, in the early episodes of Dragon Ball, when they aired over here, anything that was hyper violent got cut completely.
Yeah, there's a lot of really interesting cases of like localization that was happening back in the day. I mean, the famous ones like the Pokemon and the onigiri rice balls being like sandwiches or whatever.
Yeah. Well, and that persisted for a long time, but also in funny ways. Like Ace Attorney games are like steadfast as takes place in America when they absolutely do not take place in America.
Oh my God, yeah, like the whole legal system, like even the way the legal system works. I remember thinking when I was first playing the Ace Attorney games, I'm like, why the hell is like all these reasons that people have to, like these hoops that people have to jump through to prove themselves innocent? I was like, this makes no freaking sense. And then you learn about the Japanese like justice system and how they have like a 99% conviction rate. And then you're like, oh, okay, I finally understand.
Which, funnily enough, the 1% might be happening real soon. And it looks like Nintendo's about to lose this lawsuit against Palworld.
Oh, for like because they were suing it because like they look like Pokemon.
Yeah, but they're like trying to like copyright troll on them or something, and I can't remember the exact details, but like a judge threw out one of the reasonings, and like that's almost unheard of in Japan. So like that they actually might lose the case they brought.
Okay, that's crazy considering how much money that Nintendo probably has to argue in its case. They probably have that like suitcase full of lawyers.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's kind of a big deal. But yeah, but for Ace Attorney, like even the courts are like, oh, I'm going to the shrine. And then it has to be like, oh, I'm here in Japantown going to the shrine or something like some obvious like, no, not happening. But so they're great games. They're great games, but it's very telling. Like it's not meant to be set in the USA.
Yeah, and I don't know why they feel like it needs to be either. Like literally, I forget what game it is, but like you're investigating. Yeah, and it's like you're in like this like Japanese style mansion or shrine or something like that, and it's like, dude, okay, we know this is not America. It's fine. It's we're allowed to have games set in places other than America, but
yeah, but like I kind of wish people do that again, but have fun with it. Like go to like some like Shogun Castle, right? It's obviously Japan, and just be like Toronto, and like just don't even explain it past that, right?
That'd be pretty fucking hilarious.
I just need more things. Like for movies, almost every movie's really set in Toronto because it's cheaper to film there. But very few movies are set in Toronto.
Right. It's like and that and like Cleveland as well. Like they just have a lot of movies that are filmed there.
If it's normal America, it's set in Toronto. If it's California or the West Coast, it's Vancouver. That's generally how it is. And then, well, before the tax credit system went into place, then everything was in California. Even the shit that didn't make sense. Like the first Halloween movie. Wait, which state? Haddonfield's in which state? Sorry, I'm just going to kill the show here. Is it Illinois? Is Haddonfield?
I have no clue.
Or, oh my God. Fuck.
I know the...
Halloween. Sorry, Haddonfield. Okay, Haddonfield is Illinois. That's the state Halloween is take place in. The Halloween Michael Myers movies, right? Except there's palm trees. Because they filmed it all in California.
Oh no.
That's definitely not Illinois, right? Like
they weren't even trying at that point.
No, but they can't hide it, right? Like it's like this is where we filmed it, so this is what we got to do. But it's just like the one was that Stargate. I used to watch Stargate so much, right? And Stargate is like filmed like 20 minutes into the woods in Vancouver. Because like every mysterious alien world just looks like the woods outside of Vancouver, mysteriously, right? Like, because that's how they save their budget.
Is that it's kind of like that? I forget, but you mentioned it last week, where it's like the lady who doesn't talk and she's like trying to fight off aliens or whatever, but it's just shot.
Yes, and we cut that part, by the way, because that's the part that got copyright strike last week, which makes me mad because I feel like I was in the zone talking about that horrible movie. Okay, real quick. There's this movie. I suggest you don't watch it, like sincerely. Called Alien. I better type film because Alien Implant's the actual thing. It's called Alien Implant. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I've watched it 7 or 8 times. It is very bad. It's shit. I've watched it 7 or 8 times because it's that bad. You can watch the whole movie on YouTube right now. It's on YouTube. The last week, I tried to show clips of it to talk about how bad this movie is and many focal points of my lore around this movie, and it copyright striked us, so I had to cut it all out. Don't watch this movie, but if you want to watch a really bad movie, watch this movie.
That's crazy that they copyright struck you, because it's like, how much money could they possibly be making off that
like what? These episodes, when they don't get copyright strike, made like $2 to $3. Like,
yeah, I know.
I know for Alien Implant, that's big money for them. You know, so maybe that's why they're doing it.
They could buy a whole new set. They could buy a whole new set.
Yeah, they as far as I know, they filmed that movie like illegally in a tree orchard.
I mean, that's what it looks like someone's backyard in the forest in a park that they did not get permission.
Like, I can't show you because like there's so many stuff. Like the suits are like sub Walmart quality. Like you go buy an alien suit at like Walmart for Halloween, the suits aren't even that good.
Damn.
So like,
go to your local Spirit Halloween. You can probably find something better.
Like I've always had an idea for a podcast. And funnily enough, this is the first podcast we do, right? My idea for a podcast is I'm a big horror fan. I want to do a movie, 2 movies, one good movie, or at least good for horror, and one awful movie which will never run out. And then like the idea is we just talk about the good one, then we talk about the bad one. And
interesting. Okay.
I could make a whole series of podcasts just on that movie. Like multiple episodes, like 5-parter. Just
I mean, I think it would be interesting. I think people just like listening to you yap. It doesn't really matter if it's about fighting games or something else, right?
Ideally, hopefully, but here's someone who hopefully won't copyright strike us. So, because we've been remiss in some self-promotion. So, Baberthlis made a new video about fighting game openings.
That's right. I've heard it's good.
And Baberthlis is an hour and a half long. I'm triggering mad because I'm watching on my not YouTube premium account. Hey,
I'm sure
it's that old guy.
Fighting game intros appreciates the support.
Yeah, so there's some good stuff here. I highly suggest you watch it.
Yeah, it's about oh, sorry, go ahead.
I got to watch like the first part. I have it paused on another tab on the other window, but do you talk about Street Fighter Cross Tekken intros at all?
I don't think I really did. Maybe super briefly, but I didn't really get into it.
Because it always has that one that stuck with me for a very long time. The one that has like Rufus and Bob. And he just looks at Bob and he's like, Ken Masters!
Yep.
And I still use the way he says that mentally every time I see any blonde person, I just hear that. Ken Masters!
That's right.
Yeah.
In Japan, if you're a blonde man, right, you're like...
And Bob's like 500 pounds, but like, you know, Rufus is very woke that way. He doesn't see color or size, right? He just sees blonde hair. He sees Ken Masters.
Yes, you're not wrong. It's kind of like what I was trying to say is like when you go to like China and you're black and people say like you're Obama or you're
there we go. We're having a comment live here. Going with the wind, baby. Oh, and I'll click like because I haven't clicked like on this account either. You just got 2 likes on me on 2 different accounts.
I appreciate it. But yeah, with this video, it's not comprehensive of like every intro. So I tried to be somewhat comprehensive of like the major series.
I did see how to DOA
Yes, there's a DOA section. Yeah. I did not know that so many people were very passionate about BlazBlue openings.
Yes, though they're like they're anime intros when like anime intro was like an art form back in like, you know, 15-ish years ago.
I mean, for sure there are some really cool ones. It just didn't even occur to me that that should be something that I talk about, to be honest. I did.
Well, that's the thing is you'll talk about like a whole variety of subjects and then you'll like realize that unfortunately you're old and out of touch on one subject, right? I always love the DOA intros. Like they had the Aerosmith rocking and all that.
Oh yeah. Yep. The DOA 2 Ultimate 1 is basically like a full-length feature film on its own.
Oh yeah, because they go to like the whole lore of like why Kasume Ayane Hayate and all that are the way they are, right? Like.
Yeah, pretty much. It like shows them like playing as kids and it like flashes forward. It's like a whole...
On the old Xbox, when I booted up DOA 2 Ultimate to play, I would always let the intro run to the part where it goes to the water and Kasumi would bow and goes, Hayane! Because I found that hilarious the way she said it. So I'd always let that play out till I hit start.
That's cute. Yeah, it's like when they're playing in the water at the beginning.
Yeah.
Right?
And it had like the Aerosmith. That's a Dream On one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there it is. Yeah, it's right here.
The whole song. They played the whole song.
There it is. Like right there. I did not even know we're going to sync up like that. But, and then they have like the whole sad moment there. Like, oh, Raido is beating up everybody. And then they're like, dream on, dream on. My voice cannot go that high, but it's good. And Raido is not a playable character to DOA fucking 5. Wasn't he? Or maybe he was in like one of the PSP ones briefly.
I don't even remember.
But like a major character, and like he's not playable for like so late into the franchise.
He's not a hot girl. That's why.
That's part of the reason, I guess. But like, because they finally put in like his signature, like just like slaps the shit out of you. Grab.
Ah, that's a cool stage too.
That's my favorite stage. I love that stage.
It's so cool.
The stage I fucking bought an Xbox to make my Dead or Alive video just so I could represent it correctly.
Yeah, the seaside beach stage. And there's a little scarab from Ninja Gaiden in one of the stalls. I remember that. Oh, the bridge one's cool too, actually.
I made sure to show the bridge. Yeah, I didn't use that combo, but I used the Hayabusa Izuna drop off the bridge. Because online I've been hit by that so many times. You definitely put the time in it. It's an 1.5-hour video. As someone who probably more than anyone else in the FGC makes hour-long videos, let me tell you, it takes a lot of time and effort to make a video over an hour long. So please support the video and give it a watch. And for the audio listeners, I'm sorry that you cannot see anything we just talked about, but it's all there. Oh, Mr. Big, he's getting his thing soon. He's the next up on back.
Yes, that's right. He's the next DLC character for City of the Wolves. Actually, I've been playing City of the Wolves. Just like, you know, like how I have my monthly game that I learn and I lab and I go through. I finally decided, like, now that Chun-Li is out, I'm like, okay, I'm actually going to go through and try to figure out, like, is this a game that I want to play? Who's my main going to be in this game? So far, it's looking to be either Mai or, of course, Hotaru. But I'm still working out. I'm still working it out.
Hotaru is not a bad person. Like, Hotaru does everything the game needs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, other than she doesn't, like, I'm not gonna say she has like a bad buttons, because she didn't even have bad buttons. Just some people have better buttons, but like, there's literally no aspect of the game she's deficient in.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's why she's like kind of a top tier for a very long time, right?
Well, because she is, like, before Chun-Li came out, she was the game's Chun-Li. Like,
okay.
And now obviously Chun-Li is literally the game's Chun-Li, so there you go. But
she looks so good, man.
Mr. Big, there's some stuff going on. I can't say everything, but like, you'll be hearing about him at some point.
Okay.
You'll be hearing about him at some point.
Exciting news.
He's big, and I do appreciate the fact he's like old now. Like the art of him's out. He's like 60 something. Because like,
yeah, they're not afraid to age him up.
Well, because art of fighting is always the 70s, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why Geese is like 19 years old or some shit when he's the boss of Art of Fighting 2.
Right.
And Mr. Big was the sub boss of Art of Fighting 1, and he was like, I don't know, 20s ish. Mm-hmm. And the thing about Fatal Fury is Garou, Mark of the Wolves, and City of the Wolves is like, Garou is like 2005 or 2006. And City of the Wolves is 2007, 2008. Mm-hmm. So it's a fixed point in time. So like 30 some plus years have gone by. Like assuming, let's say Art of Fighting was like 78, 79. Mm-hmm. So like, yeah, he got old. Like they're holding the timeline together in a way I appreciate.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've always appreciated
That's
that.
That's why King like, and Ryo are not playable, right? Like, because they're old now.
Right. No, I've always appreciated that their, like, SNK was never afraid to show, like, their characters had a life outside of fighting, and, like, they, you know, they had kids, they got married, like, you know, their lives progressed.
Well, that's why so much official art is like, hey, like, King's ready to get out. I'm King, I'm just chilling at a cafe drinking.
Right.
Or, like, there's one famous piece for Mature and Vice, who are, they're mass murderers. And they're just in nice dresses and, like, at a party.
Yeah, they're looking good.
But like SNK is always good at like,
you know?
Yeah, they're good at showing them people in the world, not just fighting, right?
Right.
And it helps build the character.
Exactly. You know about the characters, you're invested in the story. Like, I'm going to be honest, like I played through Street Fighter V's arcade mode. Dude, I couldn't tell you what the story's about.
No,
like I just did not care. I just did not care.
Like there's one thing, technically it's a fan drawing, technically. Mm-hmm. Although it's a fan drawing by an official SNK artist.
Okay.
This is Vice with a SpongeBob shirt.
Oh, that is so cute.
This is basically canon. There's nothing about Vice wearing a SpongeBob shirt that is off character for her. Yes. Is she a genocidal murderer cannibal? Yes. She also loves American comics and TV. That part is canon. They don't say which American comics and TV. Like, I would love her to be like a Superman purist. Like, it's kind of Superman purist I am. Or like, yeah, like they don't get the story. Fucking Snyder didn't get it in his DC movies, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, like finally James Gunn gets it, right? She would be that kind of person.
You're getting real sweaty, basically, on Twitter. That type of person.
Yeah. So like, yeah, that seems weird for a genocidal murderer cannibal, because that's what she is. But it is also, even though it's technically SpongeBob's not canon, because we don't know what shows she likes. She could be a big Simpsons fan. It'd be very disappointing to me if she was a Family Guy fan. I'll say that.
That would be hilarious.
That'd be sad. Maybe that would justify the murderer part. Simpsons is so much better than Family Guy.
I've heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but I've heard in Japan that like people are like they love South Park.
Oh yeah,
like they argue over like what's the best TV show. It's like, are you even a real American cartoon fan if you don't like South Park?
Like one of the most famous recent characters of modern Chinese cartoons. Power is based off of South Park.
Wait, really?
She's Eric Cartman. She's explicitly meant to be Eric Cartman. And what is the name of it? Goes way back too. Way back. Not Abenabashi. What was Gainax's show before Abenabashi?
It's interesting. I guess personality-wise, she is like annoying. Oh my god. And
no, but she's annoying in the Cartman annoying way. Like superior but annoying, right? Like what was Riding on Shooting Star? FLCL.
Fully Cooley.
Yeah. So I can remember the music. I can't remember the name. I remember that, but even FLCL had a South Park episode. And that was like 2000 or 2001.
I've actually, so technically I've seen Fully Cooley, but I was falling asleep while I was watching it, so I don't remember.
That's fair. It's not good. It is not a good show.
Okay, so many people have been like, Fully Cooley is like my favorite show. And I just remember being like, this is so boring. I don't
you're right. You're right.
Going on, and I fell asleep.
Okay, so because Fully Cooley FCL, this is a guy next show. It's like, it might have been their first thing after Evangelion, if I remember right? So everyone's like, oh my god, Gainax, they did it again. And I'm like, I bet this show sucks. And I watched this whole show. Because halfway through it, I'm like, this show sucks. So I was thinking about stop watching it, but like, no. If I stopped watching halfway through, it's like, well, you didn't wait till it got good. I knew people are going to say that. So I watched the whole show to make sure I hated it. And it sucked. The music was good.
The music was good. The soundtrack was banging.
The next Gainax show afterwards, Abenobashi, that was good. Magical Shopping District Abenobashi, or Magical Shopping Arcade. That show was good. I like that show.
Huh. Never heard of that.
It's fell off the radar. No one talks about it. It's of the time. That's about it. This was the era where I was watching fucking everything under the sun.
Big anime fan right here. World's biggest anime fan, actually.
I watched fucking Bottle Fairies. This fucking trash. Just because it was out. I watched it because it was out. This is like what Lucky Star was before Lucky Star.
Oh god.
Thankfully, I did not watch Lucky Star. I was cured of the sickness by the time Lucky Star came out.
I see. I have not seen Lucky Star either.
I watched fucking Chobits. God, I hate Chobits. But I watched it because it was out. If it was out, I watched it because that's how bad my sickness was.
I have not seen Chobits either.
Don't watch Chobits.
I've seen Chobits was made by Clamp, right?
Yes.
I've seen Tsubasa and I've seen XXX Holic, and those were actually pretty good from what I remember.
They're not my favorite. I won't badmouth them like Chobits. Chobits is okay. She's not a sex robot, so don't say she's a sex robot. But she's a robot, and you are made to have sexual thoughts about her. Because that guy's like a big pervert guy who gets the robot, right? And it's nothing but like panty jokes.
Yep, 2000s ass anime. That sounds about right.
Like that's sort of Mahoromatic a bit. She's a combat robot who becomes like not Shinji's maid. This guy is like not Shinji Ikari. If I remember right, this is Gainax too. Yeah, it's Gainax.
The art style kind of reminds me of this other show that I watched called something Nejima Sensei. It's like about a kid that becomes a teacher at a magic school.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
And I remember it's kind of the same. Like, it's made by the same mangaka that did Love Hina, I think.
Love Hina was a very big deal at the time. It was the first Digi-sub. Yes. And what's it? It means digital sub. Like very real. Like I'm telling you, because I was here for it. I've been in the trenches, right? Love Hina was the anime that made anime big on the internet.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
Like you're gonna have people a lot younger than me try to give you some revisionist history about this shit. It was Love Hina over everything else. Like Cowboy Bebop did good for like Toonami or whatever the American channel was. That and one of like the harem animes too, which wasn't Love Hina, but it was one of the other harem animes. I can't remember. But to get anime big online, it was Love Hina, straight up.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't think I ever watched Love Hina, but it's like, back in the day, they did the harem animes all the time.
Yeah, it was one of the harem animes. Makoto was my favorite, or was it Motoko? No, I think it was Motoko. I can't remember. Makoto and Motoko are too similar. But like, there's a sexy older lady because she's like 19. That counts as older.
What? Oh my god.
Bunch of younger people because Japan.
Yeah, they look like they're 13, but all right.
But she was basically the warrior lady. She was the samurai. So that was my lady. Oh, and what was she's not even in the pictures. Like the one that he actually should have went with. Oh, that's the old manager, and she's like 25. She's supposed to be ancient. There's like a really nice girl next door character who like accepts the main character for all of his faults and just loves him unconditionally. So of course he doesn't wind up with her and just winds up with like the mean bitchy girl. And she's like not even in these pictures.
She kind of like looks like an Asuka type character almost.
Oh yeah, she's the tsundere, whatever. She's Asuka basically.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there was the Ova. This was when his blood sister showed up. Then she shows up in the love triangle. Oh my god. Because this is before, this was like the maximum slop phase of anime. Like, oh my god, Westerners are just eating this shit up. Slop it out. Let's go. Doesn't matter what it is, pour it out. And everyone ate it up. I watched all this shit. I was fascinated. There was a point where I probably would have told you Love Hina was my favorite anime. Because once again, I had a sickness back in these days. I was unwell.
Crazy.
I was very unwell. And then thankfully, we got stuff like that's like a food or something.
I mean, like, it also could just be a thing, right? Where you're
good stuff for a lot of years. Like, anime started becoming respectable again.
Right, your tastes haven't been refined enough, when you're a kid. So
no, it was like, because I was just found it fascinating, so I'd eat whatever was put in front of me. And like, standalone complex, well, other than the Major's outfit in season 1. Because like, the Major is a cool fucking character. She is meant to be sexy to a degree. But season 1 outfit's not the outfit. Because leather jacket, cool. Like, thumbs up. Like, weird swimsuity top thing, whatever, works. Like, that worked out again, too, for, whatever, we talked about her, the dispatch lady. She's sort of wearing, like, the swimsuit with the trunks, right?
Right.
So, like, that worked. Ahead of its time, even. But then just, like, assless chaps. So in season 2, she mostly wore the same look, except she wore pants. And it just looked so much better. It just... So other than her look...
It's assless chaps. She's just wearing like straight up panties.
Yeah, basically. It's the same look, except she's wearing pants. And sometimes she has a combat outfit. But like, it's a police procedural, just set in cyberpunk times. And the show still holds up. So, like, hell of a show. That's somewhat of her season 2 look.
I've actually never seen it.
It's actually excellent. Because it was also released on a pay-per-view model. So there was a whole prestige war of, like, the various anime subtitle groups getting the first one out the door. Which led to a lot of hilarious mistranslations.
Oh, man. All right. Yeah, it's always this one I hear about, and also Perfect Blue, that people just like are crazy over.
Perfect Blue is excellent. Perfect Blue is a modern Hitchcock movie.
I've not seen Perfect Blue either.
It's fantastic. But yeah, are you aware of the frequent occurrences of mass naked child events in the country? That is not what Togusa says. Actually, wait, oh, there we go. I remember this. Actually, wait a second.
Oh, there's a comparison chart.
I'm actually surprised. Normally, the only way you can find this image, if it's here, okay. Usually, if you Google this image, normally the only way to find it is on my Twitter, because that's how old this.
That's funny.
Are you aware of the frequent occurrences of mass naked child events? Anime junkies.
What?
Anime 1. Do you know about the kidnappings in this country that involved the foreign mafia? Anime 1 was the good one. Anime Craze. Do you know that there have been mass abductions involving overseas mafia recently? I remember I always went for the Anime 1 one. Anime Junkies is awful. I think they're behind the famous Hellsing mistranslation, too.
Okay.
So, Hellsing.
I've not seen Hellsing, although I heard a lot about it.
Watch Hellsing Ultimate. It's just better. So, Hellsing is Alucard, right? Haha, Dracula backwards. Old trope going back forever. So I think it was Anime Junkies. I might be wrong on this. This is remembering old subtitle drama way back in the day. But of course, everyone's like, they're fighting to be the first one out for the original Hellsing, right? And at one point they put like this whole thing, disclaimers like, everyone's translating his name as Alucard. That's wrong. His name is Arcard, idiots.
Arcard?
Yeah, because like, when they say in Japanese, Arcardo, right? Like, because they can't do L's. So, like, phonetically, they're saying Arcard. So, like, they're trying to argue his name's fucking Arcard when Dracula backwards is Alucard, right? Like, and they're fucking arguing the other subtitle groups are wrong in the middle of the sub episode you just downloaded. It's like, this actually fucking, God. And they would translate him as Arcard the whole episode.
That's funny. They were literally like correcting the other sub.
And they're wrong. Like, they're just wrong. But it was such a fight. It was because no one's making any money off this shit back in the day, right? So it's just the prestige of being out first.
That's fine. This is the one where there's like a girl in a yellow dress who's blonde.
Yes.
Right?
Victoria. Like,
yes. I've seen a lot of pictures of her online.
Yeah. She has a very different arc between the original anime and the ultimate. The anime,
Ultimate's
the first
like a remake.
The ultimate is, it's like, God, how many episodes is ultimate? It's like 8 to 12 episodes. I can't remember how many, but it's like just like small movies, and it's like the exact retelling of the comic. Versus the anime, the first anime did the usual thing of like, we have some of the comic to pull from, then we got past the comic, then we have to make up our own shit.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, Police Girl. She's a genuine British police officer. And
that's crazy.
She does the thing where she embraces her vampire side fully by the end. Which I don't... Because she's doing like the whole, I don't want to drink blood, blah, 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 you know. And like, if you're going to do that, pay it off. Like, try not to be a vampire. I just hate it. It's like... I watched all of True Blood. I know I don't seem the True Blood type. Back when I worked at the security place, we had a DVD player because sometimes it's fucking slow. People aren't always dying. You know, you can't set your watch to it. There's not always going to be a car accident on the 401, right? So they gave us a DVD player, and the idea is you're allowed to watch something, but when there's a call, you hit pause and you do your job. Sure. And I worked midnights. So I had the slowest shift of everybody. And I was the only man who worked there. Everyone else was a lady. Okay, sorry, technical difficulty right there. But True Blood, I watch all True Blood because I recorded DVDs for all my coworkers for the DVD players. And when I'm bored at midnight shift, I'd watch all True Blood. And I hate True Blood because everyone who eventually becomes a vampire is like, I love being a vampire. There's not like one person who's like honest about it. And that's annoying. And True Blood kind of sucks, but what else? It's midnight. Sometimes it's like an hour between calls. What else is going to do? You're going to watch it. So. That's my true... Vampire Bob was super interesting for the first 2 seasons. Because, and then Vampire Bob's like from the Civil War era. It's like, hey, I got Civil War stories. And he'd go to like the Civil War reenactor guys. It's like, well, here's how it was in the Civil War. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, you're a vampire, but you have an interesting historical perspective. And by the end of the show, he becomes Vampire God.
Interesting.
Yeah. And what was the one girl who like didn't want to be a vampire? Like the redhead girl who kills all the fairies and like, oh, you're a bitch now. I'm like, I can't even remember. I just remember being mad. Most vampire stories don't get... Anyway, Hellsing is good. But I like the noble vampire who doesn't want to drink blood. Give me Blade. I see. Give me Blade. You know?
Did you ever watch any of the Twilight films?
I've not seen a single one of them.
Fair enough. I don't think you really need to.
It's probably not for me.
Yes, I would say it is probably not for you, but that's probably like my most recent like interpretation, I think, of like the vampire trope, at least the one that I've seen recently.
By the way, most people fall into two camps for Hellsing. Either you're Alucard guy or a Father Alexander guy. I'm a Father Alexander guy.
Dang. The artwork is
He's just
sick.
super Irish priest. And he's not even a bad guy. Like, he runs an orphanage. But he's just the foil.
I see. He's got a crazy expression on his face.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like a Full Metal Alchemist character almost.
Well, kind of a little bit. You know, and he makes like the crucifix with his swords, you know, cool cat. Makes being Catholic cool, right? Like,
that's right. You gotta have that imagery. You gotta have that imagery, the cross and everything. Japan. Well, I mean, he's actually Catholic, but I was just like, Japan just likes throwing that in and everything.
Because a big part of Hellsing is the Catholic Protestant divide. Okay. Like the Anglican Church versus the Roman Church. Like back when King Henry split the churches. So Alucard, Britain, like their organization takes care of it because like this is the British Church's domain. And every now and then Rome will show up. It's like, actually the Pope wants this done. So Father Alexander is the warrior of the Pope.
That's a crazy image right there. That goes so hard.
Well, he goes like he's the only guy who can like realistically fight Alucard too. And it's like a very big power. Like, not to give too many spoilers, because eventually, like, if you've never seen Hellsing, you should watch. It's interesting. Like, it's violent and bloody, and like that's part of the appeal. But there's a good story there, right? But he busts out like power-ups for like relics.
Okay.
And like one of them is the capital THE Crown of Thorns. Like the one that was on old Jesus's head. And like I grew up a very big church guy, and like I don't go to church no more and all that. But that shit still gets me. Like when you bust out like Jesus level power-ups.
Right. That visual imagery is just like hits.
Yeah, like great Halloween film. It's literally a Crypt Keeper film. Demon Knight. Is part of the thing is like devils are trying to take over the world, blah blah blah, right? Has Billy Zane in it too. One of his best roles. And like one of the things you can do, the only thing you can do to prevent them from like coming into your room or door is you have a piece of blood. And it has to be like a martyr's blood, right? And you like dab the door or whatever, like a piece of the blood. And then the monsters can't go through. And it has to be refilled. Like every century there's a new martyr. It has to be refilled with martyr's blood.
Okay, interesting.
And the thing is, like, the martyr's blood there, but it's like, well, what gives his powers? Like, well, every martyr, like, there's just a little piece, there's still a little bit of, like, the original blood. And the original vial of blood came from Christ on the cross with a stabbed wound of the Lance of Longinus. Like, that's where the original blood comes from. And, like, ever since then, there's, like, a procession of martyrs who refill the blood.
That's pretty crazy, actually. I'm not gonna lie, like the graphics look a little bit goofy.
Well, it's very 80s too. So practical effects, which I'm a big fan of. So this is before everything was CG. And here we go. We have cut back. Does that show? Yeah. See, there's a light there now. My mouse is back on. Because when we were talking earlier, I'm like trying to move the thing. I'm like, how come my mouse isn't working? And like we're talking, I'm like, oh yeah, we're just talking through. I'm like, I'm actually stressing out. I can't find my mouse anymore. I'm like, oh, the mouse is dead. There you go. So that's our intro to the Going with the Wind potion of Going with Wind. So we're here, episode 111, Charge and Invade. So the last two podcasts, I'm like, this is very slow and not much is actually happening, but it's all building up to this moment, right?
That's right. Moment that's just about to happen in this episode right here. Am I right?
But not like we've finally done the thing. The invasion has begun, but not much has actually happened in this. Like we finally get a fight scene at least.
Right.
There's a line later in these episodes. I can't even remember where it is. I wrote it down somewhere. But like, there's a lot of narrator in this episode too.
Yes.
And it's like something. 3 minutes have passed since the invasion has begun. And I'm like, what the fuck are you? Like, this is like.
I remember that.
3 hours of episodes since like the invasion started. You just said 3 minutes. This is slower than like Dragon Ball Z and Namek exploding.
I remember them saying that line. I think it's at the end of one of the episodes.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one it is. But I remember thinking to myself, bro, dude has been talking for a combined at least 20 minutes.
Yeah, because like
there is no way it's been
that scene in Dragon Ball. Frieza's like, you have 5 minutes before this planet explodes. And then there was like 20 episodes go by, right? Like that. This has that feel to me. Like if that was 3 minutes, like it cannot be 3 minutes. More than 3 minutes of action have happened. But
for sure. Like I thought, like when the operation finally started, you know, there'd be some some crazy explosions and fights. I mean, and there is a little bit of that obviously, but then you just see like a lot of like running in slow motion, and then like
they do talk about time compression more than once, which is silly.
Yes. They do talk about it. There are parts like in the show where they're like, oh, is this like where, you know, you think really quickly because you're about to die? Like I think Knuckles says that.
Yeah, they have that. So like they're trying to explain their own internal law, but it's BS. Like it's we'll get into it.
It's not done well.
So they're about to invade. They have Moral going, and the narrator's talking over him for whatever reason, right? And then out of nowhere, mythical sky dragon shows up.
Literally
this 6-winged dragon. And I'm like, okay, what? Like, they have this shot. Okay, so like they say Pitou's N is no longer looking because like they're like, oh, there's a light show, and they have this specific moment that is so insanely Godzilla coded. I'm a Godzilla super fan, by the way. Where they showed a yellow dragon, already sort of Ghidorah. Then they show the clouds, and there's lightning in the clouds. And that is such an insanely Ghidorah thing to do. Of like, Ghidorah's like, I can't make the Ghidorah noise to save my life. But like, Ghidorah's in there. I used to be able to make the Anguillus noise. I can't make that either anymore. I got too old for it. But it's just so insanely Ghidorah. Only a Godzilla fan would notice this. It's definitely not like one of the... There's definitely been points where like they're definitely referencing something. This isn't it. This is me superimposing my will onto the show. But I had to notice it.
I see. I mean, there's a couple of like scenes here where I thought maybe they were referring to something, because there's like a shot of Pitou, and they have like an art style here where it's like a really like a hard line art style.
Yeah, I think this is the shot where they have this like insane shot of cutting the chairman to Neferpitou, and like has this like insane like Joker face.
Yeah,
and like it's actually like one of the hardest shots in the show. Like I actually love that a lot. But I was gonna say,
this must be referenced something.
Yeah. This is finally the first responsible thing in like the last 40 fucking episodes of the show. Because the chairman brought a friend. And he brought someone correct to bring for fucking once. Not a literal child. Not like a boyfriend-obsessed goth girl. They brought in Grandpa Zoldyck. And like, here's a motherfucker who knows how to get shit done. Here's someone who should have been paid by the government to be here 40 episodes ago to be an exterminator.
Yeah, and what's funny is, this is getting a little ahead of myself, but what's funny is like it literally just paid him to like transport them and didn't actually pay him to actually do any of the fighting. And I'm like, come on. Dude.
Well, it's because like you lied to me or something. And like, you finding out the bad guys have like the most basic of like might like someone ever doesn't mean they're still not an assassin target. You definitely killed probably lots of people that liked other people in your past.
Right, or like innocent people. I'm sure they've killed them if they were given money to do so.
Yeah, so when that happened, I was not happy at all, right? Because when I saw Grandpa Zoldyck, I was like, finally, someone competent is here. I was like actually almost out of my seat in joy. They're like, a problem solver has shown up. Like, if they had him and Daddy... Like, I can't even remember his name, but I just call him, mentally, I call him Rao. because he's a Fist of the North Star character. He has the Fist of the North Star jawline, right?
He does. He doesn't look like he belongs.
So like, to me, if like the chairman went, like he left, came back with these guys, I'm like, thank you. Someone is treating this with the severity it needs to be treated by.
Yeah, I don't really think there's like a huge payoff though.
There isn't. Because like you said, Grandpa just like shows up really cool on his sick dragon. And like then he transports Meruem later, but like does really nothing.
But they do a really cool move, right? I forget what it's called, dragon dive or something like that.
Yeah, like he has like he has like Boo's human extinction attack and could just like level the countryside without even trying. And just like right? Like, and that's one thing too, at least if anything, it shows, even though we had a good sense early on, oh, Grandpa and the dad are pretty strong, right? Right. The dad one-shots Cheetor like later on. And like Cheetor was presented to be stronger than Moral.
Right.
So like that means even all the way back in the Spiders arc, these guys were so beyond everyone else to an insane degree. Which also means that if they sort of fought the leader of the Spiders to like a semi-draw, even though they weren't trying as hard as they could, that means he was also way stronger than he was led to believe. Which also means Hisoka was not in their league at all.
Right. And what also that means to me is that, okay, you could have hired the Zoldycks, you could have hired the Phantom Troop. Why haven't we hired anyone to help out? Like, come on, guys.
Poor pest control. Oh, and here. So I just wrote down, there's a crazy animation for Neferpitou. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. I'm so averse to getting copyright struck. I don't want to try to find a video now, but like, it's just this shot where like they're coming in. I can't remember if it's Chairman or Grandpa's face. Then it cuts to like Neferpitou, and it's just like such a different art style, like this insane look on the cat's face. It's really good.
Yeah, and there's there's also, I wanted to mention, and this is kind of moving to the next part of the episode, but you get to see a younger looking chairman.
Yes.
Kind of looks like Ken, honestly. Maybe it's just the blonde hair. Maybe
it's like middle-aged Ken, yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, we get a bunch of chairman lore here. For one, I can't remember, I didn't math it out, but like he's like 150 years old at the youngest or something like that.
He's way older than Killua's grandpa.
Because he was old when Killua's grandpa was a baby. So he was already like 70 when he was a baby, right? And now grandpa's like 70, so he's an old man. So yeah, when the chairman was like in his 40s, he's like, thank you so much, martial arts. Like the concept of martial arts. So he wants to pay respect by doing 10,000 punches a day.
For 2 years.
For 2 years. Until it gets to the point where like he can do 10,000 punches in under an hour. Which hurts my arms even like think about it, to be honest with you. Like,
and guess what? He spends the rest of his time praying.
Yeah.
He's a very devout man.
So he has like a One Punch Man regime before One Punch Man was even a thing. And it basically, we still have no real idea of the chairman's power at this point, except that he like one-shots Neferpitou and like easily at that. And so like, he's basically God is my understanding.
Yeah, I mean, like his whole, like what you see later on, like his powers, it's all like referencing God, and yeah, you see like
he just goes like this, goes like boop, and like they're like they do. This is where they start with like the time compression stuff, and but basically it just goes boop, and it's enough to one shot Neferpitou. And if it wasn't for Neferpitou's hyper specific power, they would have been sent over to the next country.
For sure. Yeah, they mentioned that like she can't like fly or whatever, so she's sent flying, and
but like the doctor power can't move, and because it's part of Neferpitou's tail that like anchors them in place.
Right.
But if it wasn't for this very specific gimmick, which was pre-established, to be fair, was pre-established, then they would just be written out of the show.
Pretty much. Oh, okay, so two things that I noticed actually during this little flashback scene. Again, not like little nitpicks of things that I just like noticed, and I was like, "Huh, that's interesting." And then you move on. His hair grew way too fast for just being out there for 2 years. Like his hair grew real long, real fast. And then another thing that just kind of threw me
I don't
off of
know,
that
like
scene.
for 2
Well, it said
years.
like, well, it said after the first year, his hair was already like went from here all the way down to like here. So I was like,
I
it
could do
grew.
that.
Really? Because like if you're a girl, right, and you try to grow your hair from pixie all the way
I
back
understand. Like
down.
as we discussed earlier, I just shaved right before I cut myself. I already have a 5 o'clock shadow. Like my hair grows fast.
All right. Well, maybe it's possible. Who knows? But the other thing that I also noticed was that his
Different
voice
people,
when
like I
he
don't know,
was.
like I'm no hair scientist. Furthest thing from it, but like I did not take issue with that necessarily.
Fair enough. But another thing that I noticed is his voice is the same. Like as an
You don't
old
want to
man.
hire a different actor. That's just.
I get it, but it's like they could have had the same actor do a slightly different voice. But maybe it's too much effort.
It's like,
for
did you ever
just
watch Dexter?
one cutback. No.
There's like scenes where like Dexter's supposed to be like a teenager, and Michael C. Hall, he's like 40 fucking years old, right? And they just put like a bad wig on him. It's like, yeah, he's 17.
Do they bother doing any like special effects or anything like that?
No,
Or it's
no, and like the show knows it looks bad, and they just rock with it. Like they don't even give a fuck. Wait, is it
Fair
Michael
enough.
C. Hall? I'm just trying to think. I'm like not calling him the wrong name. Michael. Yeah, it's Michael C. Hall. Yeah. Wait a second. Let me see if I can find a Dexter teenager.
It's the how do you do, fellow kids?
Yeah, it's like, fuck it, just pop a wig on him. Like, he's the
Oh
oldest 17-year-old
God.
you've ever seen. Like,
Oh no. They didn't even bother.
no, but that's part of the charm. Like, they really didn't even try, right? So, like, for that, like, because like you're gonna try to find a kid who looks like him. Like,
Right.
Stranger Things comes back this week or next week or something like that.
Yes, I had some friends that were talking about it actually. I think they said it's like a 3-part thing where it's like one's on Thanksgiving, one's on Christmas, and one's on New Year's or something like that.
Yeah, but like I think the show is now finally like they have to admit the show's in the 90s now. Because like those kids ain't fucking 8 years old. Those are fucking adults now. Like, so they have to time skip the seasons. Like, we can't pretend anymore. Like, it's not possible.
It's kind of like in Harry Potter. By the time they were done filming all of the movies, like those were grown ass adults.
Yeah, or uh the best example. Walt, my boy. Where's my boy? Lost Walt. Walt grew between seasons like 1.5 feet.
Oh my God, Walt is a man now.
But he was a man at the end of the show. But like this is him in like seasons 1 and 2 or whatever. And he's like, hey. But then he just hit his growth, and he actually grew like 1.5 feet. So they had to write the kid off the fucking show because like we can't explain in the course of a week going by him being like this much taller.
I don't know. They could have just ran with it, right?
And like his dad, Michael, his dad's arc, his whole arc was like, my boy, where's my boy? Like, Walt. He's always screaming Walt every fucking 5 seconds. And then they just had to drop his son as a character. Because
it's like your boy can take care of himself.
Yeah. Eventually, they finally brought him back and like, oh, the island made him big. Like,
okay. They explain it away, basically.
Oh my God. I loved Lost. I watched Lost every week as it was happening, right? The only Lost defenders you'll find are the people who watched it live. So like I can't deny the grip the show had on me, but in retrospect, a lot of it was not good. I could not recommend it to someone in this day and age.
Fair enough.
But man, the grip, like at the time, I don't think a show's ever had me so spellbound.
There are some, okay, back to the original topic. There are some adults that I feel could potentially play like a teenager character and get away with it. Yeah. But yeah,
well, Back to the Future. Michael J. Fox. He was a grown ass man when they made those movies. He was a teenager.
Right. Some people just have like a boyish look or like a youthful look, and it's fine. They can pull it off. Other people, it's like
Although
absolutely
there's a
not.
lot of really good movies from like the 60s and the 70s where they didn't know that technology yet. So
Mhm.
like, oh, let's get a malt liquor after we get out of the high school, right? Because we're just a bunch of rambunctious kids, and like the lead
That's
actor's
right.
55, just pretending to be a teenager.
No
Because
way.
that's just how
That's
Hollywood
so
worked back
funny.
then, right? Like,
I mean, that makes sense. That's why, like, you go to watch a movie or a TV show, and you'd be like, you'd think that's how you would look like when you're 16, right? And it's like, no, those are like grown ass adults.
yeah.
You will not look like that.
To be fair, I recently saw a picture of myself from, God, nigh on 17, 18 years ago. I actually mostly look the same. The only difference is my hair. Because my hair, like that's why I go to lady downtown who like tried to give me some kind of fashion. I grow a natural afro. Do you leave it? And
That's
so I
the
just had
look.
an
That would
afro.
be the look.
And so I had an afro and sideburns. So back, a lot of people called me Andre back then for like Andre the Giant because he had
That's
big poofy
funny.
hair and sideburns.
hmm
But yeah, like I kind of look the same-ish. So I'm just youthful. Like
You've been
either that,
blessed with good
or I was
genetics.
ravaged beyond my years back then. So either way, but
Well, either way, what matters is how you look now. You don't want to be one of those people that like they hit their peak in high school and then they age out real quick after that. So,
yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, the people, I always feel bad for the people who peak in high school, just in general in life.
I
I almost
know. You
don't
can't
even
really
remember high school. Like,
I
high
mean, it's a
school,
long
I just
time
remember
ago.
playing a lot of StarCraft. Like,
Mhm.
StarCraft's my biggest memories of high school.
What did I do? I did a lot of studying. I mean, it was over a decade ago for me at this point.
Yeah. Like,
I
I
mean, I
guess
still
I
remember.
wish I studied more. So, like, I could have got like
Mhm.
a grant or a scholarship or something because I could have, but
Mhm.
I'd rather skip class and play StarCraft.
I mean, also, like, the job you're doing now isn't exactly like one you need a degree for, right?
I have a marketing degree and a bachelor's of education, and now I'm talking about Chinese cartoons on the internet. So
I mean, you're educating us on Hunter x Hunter, right?
there
You're
you go.
teaching us about how these animes sell themselves to the West. So that's
I will
marketing
say,
for
okay,
me.
the marketing degree I'd almost argue would be good, especially
Mhm.
because without going into stories, every now and then I'll tell a certain person who works for a certain company, like, you guys need to do this. Why aren't you doing this? But that's not
Mhm.
the marketing degree talking. That's common sense talking.
Mhm.
Most of a marketing degree is common sense of how basic
Mhm.
like media works. You don't need
Mhm.
no degree for that.
Well, I think you'd be surprised how often like marketers get stuck in their own head about like we are making XYZ product for this people and this is how we would want to be advertised to. Therefore, this is how we should advertise.
I
Right? I
won't
think
name
that
names.
happens a lot.
A certain beta that is coming up had some exceptionally poor decisions behind it.
Mhm.
Thankfully, those have been rectified. But yeah, sometimes marketing people aren't very good at marketing. Let's put it that way.
Well, actually, and you know what happens is that a lot of marketing people don't necessarily get formal degrees or education in marketing. Obviously, some of them do, but like also in my instance, like my degree was actually in analytics, and then I ended up getting a job working with marketing analytics, right? So it's like a lot of them don't. A lot of people that work at marketing don't necessarily have like that formal education. So it's all just stuff you pick up on the job, right?
Like I got the form.
So
I have the formal education. I'm here to say like it's not worth much. She's like as long as you have common sense, that's most of it. Like
yeah, I mean, we're
if you
not
if
doing rocket
you're
science.
say advertising a game to a niche audience of a niche, a sub niche genre of like a fighting game community, right? And you're trying to advertise your product in some way. Do you think it's better to be in front of more eyeballs or less eyeballs? Maybe some people in the company might argue less eyeballs is better. And me on the ground would be like,
That's
no,
great.
more eyeballs is better, in fact. And they're like, really? Huh. What an idea.
Well, okay. So I kind of understand the less I don't so the less eyeball thinking is incorrect. I agree there, but I could kind of understand how people might come to that conclusion because you're like, okay, well it's the idea of hyper targeting, right? It's like less eyeballs, but more eyes on the people who you think are actually most likely going to like buy a game or buy a product or a service or whatever. Right?
No, that's absolutely an argument to be had. This wasn't. I don't want to get into it, but we can't get into one of this. But like, not best and brightest. Sometimes.
No, but like, yeah, but if a brand is gonna grow, anyways, just to end it off, if a brand's gonna grow, you need it in front of as many people as possible. Exactly. That's just the reality.
So that's why you need to check my channel December 1st.
Oh, okay.
Exclusive. Right. Exclusive.
I suppose we'll find out which company it is in about a week.
Oh, I'll give this way. This is my first ever not fighting game, not Yakuza video.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. All right.
Not to say there won't be some fighting game DNA in there. That's part of the reason why I've been contacted for this. But because I'm technically a Yakuza YouTuber now, I guess. So I made 2 or 3 Yakuza videos. But
they got paid to fly you out, so that counts.
Yeah, and like I'm under the assumption I'm going to be seeing the new Virtua Fighter, and then I get there and it's like, oh, Yakuza, thanks.
Now you're a Yakuza influencer. One of us, I guess.
No, I don't. One day the whole story can be told. But back to Going with the Wind. Anyways, so yeah, 10,000 punches in under an hour. Well, we basically covered this. So the chairman's like hot shit, and at a relatively young age. So he's like 45, and now he's 150. Which, to me, I'm not 45. So you're telling me I can be as strong as him still. I still got time. That's the lesson I'm taking out of this.
You just need to invest 2 years of your whole life to punching 10,000 punches a day.
I've probably had stupider ideas in my life than that, honestly, so I could do it.
10,000 punches or 10,000 punches in a fighting game. Still time to go pro.
Yeah. I am not scared of the man who practiced 10,000 combos in a fighting game. I'm scared of the man who practiced one combo 10,000 times, right? And that combo is crouch, medium kick, and the fireball.
Fair enough.
But yeah, to end up this episode, they finally start using the portals they set up all around the palace, and they're finally sneaking in. Big snag, the stairs that they sneak in, Youpi's there.
That's right.
And so that's the way I end the episode, but I was getting up in my feelings here. And like I started writing down, as we talked over, I'm very distressed by the name Youpi to begin with, as he is the mascot of the Montreal Expos and Montreal sports teams. And all caps, I just wrote down, Youpi is always there for the Expos, always there for Montreal. You're not getting past him. I just feel up in my feelings about Youpi.
Like, and you are truly not getting past them, as you can see by his powers too. So it works.
Like we showed the Youpi, like my Youpi is also big and red, right? Like there's enough similarities.
I'm sorry. I just don't like the name Youpi. I apologize to all.
And see, even if I type in the Hunter version with one less P, you still get my guy. Like he still shows up in the search results, right? Like
number 2, actually. That's
he's number 2. So like, and then there's like this Facebook ass stick. I don't even know what that is.
Don't worry about it. And every time I hear the word Youpi, I'm sorry. I just hear the word like European, like.
No, it's like if you don't got some French schwa in you, like it's not going to sound like a good word, right? Like to me, whatever. Grew up in Quebec, so like Youpi, like normal. But oh no, I look at this. I don't even know what this is. I just look at this. It's like something that would make me cry, probably.
Yes, it looks a sad little dog.
Yeah, I cannot look at sad dog things. But anyways, Youpi's on deck, and that's the episode, which leads us to episode 112, Monster and Monster. And I'll let you start this one. I just want to say at the very beginning. So Youpi, like, oh, the people, I'm going to grow more arms. And like, oh, is he going to Goro? 4 arms? And like, no, he went Collector, Nakanaden, and got 6 arms.
Yeah. He has a ton of arms, and he's just like whipping them all around him.
I'm the only collector booster in the internet. I swear to God. I'm the only guy who likes that character. And like, it's hard.
I mean,
like,
So why do you like the collector?
He's just a shitty little goblin man. He's literally just like a treasure goblin. Like he has a bag full of treasure and he throws shit at you.
Mm-hmm.
And like
to me, he's just not a memorable character.
No, but he has Hakan syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
What is Hakan's greatest crime, realistically, as a new character?
I guess he's kind of ugly.
That's very rude for one. He's beautiful in his own land. But realistically, he showed up in the same game Jury did. He got outclassed, right?
That's fair.
Because Jury showed up, and it's like, she's always been there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in the Overwatch fucking collaboration, they had her there with the World Warriors. If they could go back and put... if they could go back and put Jury into Street Fighter 2 somehow, they would.
Mm-hmm. And
Collector's biggest problem is he showed up with Garrus. And Garrus is the same deal for Mortal Kombat. Once Garrus showed up, it's like, he should have always been here. He's the best new character they had in ages.
Yeah, but Garrus is kind of like... Garrus looks cool. The Collector just... I mean, there's a place for everybody in fighting games. You don't have to be a cool character to be in a fighting game, but... I don't know. To me, he's just not...
I know Collector's is nobody's favorite. It's just... It's hard to go up against the Time Terminator. You know, like you shoot him down, then he just sands the time back and just keeps walking forward and shit. Like, I love Garrett, but like, it's such a hard matchup. It's the same reason why Hakan could not. If Hakan could have been up against Abel and like Vanilla Street Fighter 4, people would put more respect on Hakan's name, you know?
Okay, that's fair. That is fair. I can see that. Hakan... I'm sorry. I like my cute girl characters. I don't like big burly men characters, and Hakan's just slipping and sliding on the ground. Like it's not that I don't think he is a bad character design. It's not for me.
Oh, but I really loved him so much more years later because I realized okay, obviously he's not physically appealing to a lot of people, right? Versus a cute waifu character, but like you can't argue the fact he's one of the most unique characters ever.
He is a very unique character.
And as the years get on, I've seen so many archetypes been done to death. I appreciate that more and more and more. Like, that's why I really love Meiten-kun and KOF.
So in a video that I'm working on right now, I actually saw some like unused characters for Street Fighter. And for
visual, this is Meiten-kun, by the way.
Yes, and some unused designs. And I don't have the book on me now, obviously, but one of them was like showing like different... like designs of Hakan where he looked a little bit less red. But there was also a giant Canadian man that they were going to put in the game who's like an old man, and he's like wearing like a red, I forget, like a red something, like a coat or something like that.
Was it just like a plaid coat? Because that's Canada colors.
It's not a plaid thing. It had like a hood or something on top, and I think it was like a solid red color. If I can find the reference image, I'll have to show it too. But I was like, oh, okay, like that would be really cool too. Like
the only other Canadian I know of that had art made was a giant lady hockey player.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a lady. It was definitely a
because that character is what eventually got turned into Abigail.
This might have been in the Japanese art book too. So I'll do a double check. I think I have it somewhere. But yes. Anyways, well, back to the episode. So he's guarding the stairs.
Yeah, he's guarding the stairs.
Right. And he has like they kind of go into this whole thing where they explain he's a magical beast hybrid.
Yeah, and like, did they explain that he came from a not human originally?
No, I don't think they really explained that. I mean, for someone who's not a human, he still looks pretty human.
He looks pretty, like in his base form anyways. Looks more human than Neferpitou does.
Yeah, or like Peggy the penguin or whatever.
Or like 90% of the ants, like realistically.
Yeah, or exactly, the scorpion. But anyways, so they're just explaining how he's a non-human hybrid. Also, they made a remark at the beginning of the episode where they're like, oh man, like we didn't even predict that someone would be guarding the stairs. And I'm just like, that didn't even possibly come up as something that you guys should prepare for, that there might
be a guard, like, yeah.
Fight through. So yes, it was just a weird little, like these lines are a little bit weird. But anyway, so basically the idea, right, is that they're trying to distract Youpi and buy time for a chameleon dude, Meliorion, and Knuckle to run up the stairs.
And do the
right?
invisible cheater tactic they figured out.
Yes.
I
And like,
do want to, sorry, not to interrupt. There's one thing I really want to home in on. Okay. So they're there and they can feel his aura and all that, right? And like some people like Shoot's a little perturbed a bit. Versus the full-on fucking meltdown Nerdlinger was having in the other episodes about like Poof or Youpi's End or whatever.
Yeah,
and they're just kind of like
coming down.
They're disconcerted a little bit, right? Where it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna piss my fucking pants. This is so scary. The other guy was going on, and they're like, it just makes me hate him more. It's maybe the most disliked of any character in the show to this point, because them showing up and being like, they're not happy to be up against him, right? But like they're dealing with it.
Right.
Versus, oh my god, he's the scariest guy I've ever seen. I've not even seen him. Just feeling his aura. I'm gonna piss myself. Like fuck.
He kind of redeems himself in one of the.
He gets one moment later, and like, it's a nice moment, but it's not undoing the damage in my books.
That's fair. I mean, really, he should have just been in the fight the whole time.
Like I remember when he first showed up. I remember saying on this podcast, like, I hate this archetype of character. And he goes on to be like the most despicable fucking character in the show. Like, I feel nothing but validation for my warranted hate of the character.
All right, fair enough. I mean, I'm not attached to him as a character myself. And he doesn't really do shit besides that. So, fair enough. But yes, so they're running up the stairs, right? But then basically then the arrows start to come down.
Yeah, the dragon whatever.
Yeah, the dragon, I forget what it's called. The dragon arrows start to come down, and like now everything's like in slow motion.
And
so,
and
like, this is like the beginning of
the chairman did not tell them about that part of the plan, apparently. Of indiscriminate bombs being dropped on their heads.
It's literally like a bomb raid.
Yeah.
How it was described in later episodes, which is pretty crazy.
Because they're like, oh, Knuckle and the chameleon might just have been killed, and we might not find their body. They probably should have been warned about this part of the plan, you know? That their whole plan could randomly fail. Because...
so they literally, they made that comment about how if they died, they wouldn't notice their body because... Like, because
they'll stay invisible. Because they'll be holding his breath forever now.
Right, and then someone else would have to go attack Youpi. And so basically it's like there's a point where I forget, I wrote this down in my notes, but like it's kind of going all over the place. It's like at this point it's like Gon and Killua versus Youpi, and then like
they're about to like take charge if Knuckle can't do it.
Yes, and then you have like Shoot who's monologuing like, oh my god, Gon, he's not.
Oh yeah, I wrote here another Gon fanboy has been born. Because like it's like, oh my god, this kid's so fucking perfect. Holy shit. Like.
Yeah. But turns out Knuckle and Shoot were fine.
Yeah.
They did not have a lot of faith in the abilities of their allies.
No.
They literally don't have to do anything other than dodge. So, I mean, if you're a professional hunter, I mean, yeah, it's a little unexpected. You have a rain of arrows coming down, but like, Gon and Killua are able to deal with it just fine. So,
yeah, and like Knuckle is more experienced than them.
Yes, so it's like you think they would be okay, but you have very little faith, I suppose.
I suppose so. Yeah, but then to be fair, if they're invisible, the way his power, like they literally couldn't know because it's not like he could tell them. Like he could scream it at them and they wouldn't know.
That's fair. But anyways, yes. So Knuckle's alive. Whoa, and he attacks Youpi, attaches his little like APR.
What's APR? And I wrote down another sad Expos moment here. It's tax season for the Expos. Because it was 94, 95. It's like after the Blue Jays won back-to-back World Series. And the Expos were about to win the World Series. Then the strike happened. And they had to cancel the whole baseball season when the Expos were going to win. And then they came back. And then like after they came back, then things weren't as good. Then attendance went down. And then they had to like sell the team. And went to Washington or some shit. And like it's basically like bad taxes is what brought down the Montreal. Like it's what brought down Youpi. It's happening again twice to me.
That's funny. Despite my name being Babe Ruthless, I know nothing about baseball. So
it's just. Eventually, too, just later, just when Youpi starts going nuts, right? I just wrote down, "Behold the power of the Montreal Expos." I'm just like fighting for my dead team, fucking 30 years later.
I mean, interest is something. I mean, it's pretty crazy. Like if you let that shit get out of control, it'll run its course through you real fast.
That's the only thing. So, just one last baseball thing. When they had the whole baseball thing, Dodgers versus the Blue Jays, people are like, "Oh my god, aren't you so excited for the Blue Jays to win?" I'm like, I really don't care. Like they're never my team, right? But when the Dodgers won and a bunch of Blue Jays fans were very disappointed, that's when I'm like, okay. And I just kept writing down a bunch of like fucking 100 comments on Twitter. It's like, Expos would have won. Expos would have won. Expos would have won. Just over and over and over. Got a lot of mad people at me.
But we'll never know.
No. And to be fair, they would have won. So anyways, yeah. So that's the last Expos thing, unless I have another Expos note later. But yeah, so a big fight begins. And this is where they say something very silly. Knuckle, when he finally like starts laying hits on Youpi, is like, "Oh my god, this guy's 5 to 10 times stronger than Moral." And like, okay, so you're saying you don't have a chance. That's all that would tell me, right? Like, because like Moral's definitely stronger than you, right? He's your boss. And ideally, of all of the people there currently, Moral's the strongest of all of them, right? Besides the chairman up in the sky. Like, I'm assuming, I don't know, I guess, but as it's presented. So if you're saying he's 10 times stronger than Moral, I'm like, oh, the invasion stops here.
I mean, they're all he's losing the mental game, basically. Yeah. I thought they came in knowing that like these Chimera ants were crazy powerful enough to make, the other hunter, professional hunter, who presumably is stronger than you, Nove, like basically shit his pants. So
now granted,
going in with that.
Knuckle has an ability that is kind of tailor-made to beating someone stronger than you. So there is that, which doesn't pay off in these, because not much actual payoff happens here. And Lord knows we're going to fucking deal with that wolf idiot more, which I could not care less about. Like, okay, I'm going to be fully real. Okay. I don't remember his name for one. I don't care to remember his name. Every time the wolf is on screen, so I'm watching Hunter x Hunter on this monitor, right? I have a 2-monitor setup. Every time he's on screen, I'm leaving the episode play, and I just go on Twitter and check my messages when he's on screen. I just checked all the way out whenever he's talking.
I mean, he's just a nothing character that I don't even know why he's in the plot whatsoever.
And like his arc is still ongoing, technically. And like I'm very certain there's not gonna be real payoff to it. Like, anyway, let's get further ahead of ourselves. But I hate him. He's like, at least Nerdlinger made the portals. He progressed the plot forward. The wolf guy's like, we got so nothing, but we gotta fill airtime. Like, that's his plot line to me. To be the leader behind the leader.
His whole plot line is, I'm suspicious of other people and I want to be the leader, right? It's
like, at least Leo had like a crew with him. It seemed like he was doing something at the time till it turned out he didn't. And then he had like the ending of like, he had a big dramatic battle in church where he declared he was an atheist, and then he died in the church.
While listening,
believe in God yet, buddy? Looks like a God got one on the board there, atheist. Died in a church, huh? So,
yeah, that was one heck of a scene, honestly. And the fact that he was surfing, I was like,
yeah, he had a cool surf moment, I guess. Like, not many characters in any show ever can say you surfed in a church.
That's right. You surfed in a church and you died in the church.
Yeah. And then you died of carbon monoxide poisoning in a church while surfing. That's a death of all time, at least. You know?
For sure. But yeah, so... Okay, yeah, so Knuckle hits him with APR. So, which proves not to be very effective because I guess he just has so much Nen that it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it would have to get to like.
Then,
but at the end of the episodes we're at, like it's that number that was like so beyond what Gon was at when it beat him, and he's still good to go. So like.
Yeah, and like every time he gets hit, right, some of that balance gets transferred back to Knuckle or whatever, so the number goes down, and Knuckle keeps getting hit.
Yeah, and even like a light hit is enough to like take half the dead away.
Pretty much. So really his APR power is not very useful in this case.
Only useful if like you can hit him and then let him sit in a corner for an hour, you know, like, which isn't what happens.
Hit him and run away.
Yeah.
Hit him and run away, which is pretty much what he does.
It kind of, yeah.
At this point, is kind of what he does. But okay, but then kind of flashes forward to like a new POV. And so there's like this whole basically black and white section where you have the king and you have like the Gungi girl. I want to say Go girl. It's Gungi. The Gungi girl. She's covered in blood.
Yeah. I don't know if I have it here or because eventually they operate on her, right? So one.
Yes.
Oh, I wrote here, Gungi girl dead? Because I'm like, they made her look so much more hurt than they did the last episode.
She looked super dead.
Because like before, it was like she got kind of fucked up. Like, you know, I've been attacked by birds before. It sucks. You get scratched up, right? Mm-hmm. But like, I wasn't going to die from it. Granted, I'm not a little girl. But even then, a child can fight off a bird.
Right. And like, she's blind.
Fair. That is fair. But like, she is not shown to be, like, she is scratched up. That's when we last saw her, which would have been apparently 2 minutes ago. Right? Mm-hmm. And she went from that to like comatose.
Pretty much. The little arrow bomb raid they had going on really fucked her up, I guess.
Well, like she wasn't explicitly shown to be hit by that, right? They assumed she was hit by that later, but like they never said she was hit by that.
Well, yeah, but also like I feel like that's a waste of animation.
Because also Miram already had her in her arms 2 seconds ago, so it would have hit him too, right? Like
maybe he's just if he had her in her arms, he could have just dodged.
Yeah. Like, so they bring it up as a possibility that might happen, but like, I don't buy, it's never shown. He still had her in her arms the same point from the last episode, right? So at no point do I believe that's how it went down.
I see. That was just my assumption.
I said they float it as a possibility, but like, and if you don't show it, I don't buy it.
Okay. Fair enough. But either way, she's
definitely like
hurt.
Dying now from the world. Like, like, give that bird a training arc, like the same Gon got. Like, have Bisky train the bird. Then we got a real character on the show.
I mean, now that you think about it, up until this point, there haven't been any, like, in a lot of shows, you have, like, the sidekick animal character, right?
Yeah.
We haven't really run into that quite yet, actually. Now I'm thinking about it.
No, I guess not, but I'm just saying, that bird has the potential.
For sure. For sure. It's like Nakaru's bird, Mamaha.
Yeah, Mamaha.
Like tears
Mamaha.
into you.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like
tears from above. Mm-hmm.
The bird secret Zoldyck brother. We're getting all these secret family members, right? So maybe if Killua saw the bird, he'd be like, "What's Big Brother doing here?" Because it's like a trained assassin bird.
I mean, it's not totally out of the question because they were already in the area 3 minutes before, presumably, running this dragon thing in. So, I never thought about that, actually.
I just, that bird is going up the pantheon of the characters to me. I love that bird.
Bird conspiracy theory. Yeah. But anyways, so she's hurt. Then you have the chairman and Zeno, Killua's dad, coming in, basically, and being like, they're going to attack, but then there's the big narrator going, like, narrating over this, like, everything that's happening. And basically the narrator said, like, attacking at this would be a complete loss of their justification to their humanity.
No, yeah. I was are you fucking joking me? How many millions have already died? How many millions are about to die?
I was going to say, like, this is not about, like, what is the right thing to do in this case. Like, millions of people are going to die.
Okay, you show up, right? Berlin, 1945. You're in the bunker now. And you kick open the door. Hitler's there. And he's holding Eva Braun. And it's like, he loves Eva Braun? Oh no. I didn't know he had feelings like a person. No, you're going to fucking kill Hitler. Like, you showed up to kill Hitler. You're going to kill Hitler. And like, oh no, the fucking horrible bug man might like a girl? Cool. Bow, bow. Worry about that later.
Yeah. It's just like another moment, like similar to with Knuckle, where he was like, oh, I can't harm other people.
If you do this, you're no better than they are. No, I'm a lot better than they are. Thanks. I'll do it and sleep very good at night. Like,
yeah, it was a crazy moment. But anyways, I mean, that's pretty much the episode.
No, so, I don't know if you so that is the episode. And like, I just want to stay on this moment because like, eventually Grandpa Zoldyck, he's like, I didn't sign up for this. Like, and that's when he kind of pieces out, like mentally, right? And like, go fuck yourself. Like, what are you? Okay, he's taking care of a little girl. Commendable. He's still Insect Hitler. Like, he was about to kill her too, which they don't know that, but like,
yeah. Crazy, crazy scene.
I don't like that justification one bit.
Yeah, it's very frustrating to watch, honestly. And it's something that's come up time and time again, where they're like, our humanity, like they're emphasizing it, which I kind of get because they're building up to a contrast, but still.
I'm sorry, I just lost you for a second here.
Oh, I said like I kind of get why they're doing it a little bit because they seem to be building up to something, but it's just like a normal person in that situation. And it's just like mind-boggling why they are thinking like this.
No, God, I'm trying to remember the guy's name. What is his name? Didn't end great because TV politics, but the show The Expanse.
Okay, never heard of it.
It's realistic sci-fi.
Okay, interesting.
Amos, that's his name, Amos. So they kind of have this exact situation of like a Hitler-y doctor, like a Goebbels kind of doctor, right? And the one guy who is the nice guy, and he's like, got the gun on him. And it's like, you need to die, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no, don't do it, don't. I have a family, blah, blah, blah. And doing that thing, and it's like, Amos walks in, and Amos is kind of like the hard-ass guy. And he takes the guy's gun, he puts his gun down, it's like, don't do it, you're better than this. Right? And I'm getting kind of mad at this point, right? I'm like, this guy kind of needs to die. And then like he's like, just go back to your family, right? Don't pull the gun. You don't want to be that person. And then the doctor guy who's like, they're threatening to shoot, is like, thank you so much. And he's like, no, don't get me wrong. He's not that guy. I don't want him to be that guy. I am that guy.
Oh my God. Okay, that's pretty crazy, actually. I like that.
Here, maybe we can show like a GIF without getting copyright striked. I am that guy. All right, well, it robs of the moment, like, especially because there's a weird pig man over here that also says I'm that guy. A GIF doesn't do the moment job. I love Amos. He's a great character. Because like he's like emotionally stunted and like he's like the muscle guy and he'll be there to fuck people up. And he doesn't know how to not be that guy, but he loves seeing other people. He wants to protect the human spirit in other people. But he's willing to be the hard choice guy when no one else will be.
I see. He's willing to take that on himself.
Yeah. So when the doctor guy, he's like a botanist or something, right? He's like like so scared to shoot the guy. He's like, no, that's beautiful. Don't do it. Be you. And as soon as he gets them out of the way, because he thinks they're sparing it, it's like, no. That's for his benefit, not for your benefit. Bam. Like,
that's crazy.
I love The Expanse stuff. It didn't end the best.
That's really interesting.
But up until it doesn't end the best, it's amazing. It's also God, what's her? I always forget her name. Avasarala. What's her name? Oh, Shore Ashdoglu. Very Iranian woman who has like that voice. If you do not know her voice, it's she has like the woman's voice of all time.
Okay, interesting.
And to put this in the best terms ever, she is such a bitch in this show, but in the best possible terms. She just shows up and she's a motherfucker every second she's on the screen. Just shows up, gets shit done. And her voice, like, I'm sure it's probably an Iranian accent, but she has a voice like sounds like she smoked 5 packs a day for 50 years. And it's such a commanding, powerful voice. I love it. And she's in like, has a million roles in like such a small amount of games. Not even small, but like, she's like every other Quarian in Mass Effect, for example.
She's got some crazy outfits too. Like
really she always dresses immaculately.
Yes, she's got some.
I love her. Like, I watched the show because of one scene of her. I watched a clip of her, just like, because she's like the boss of Earth. And she's just like putting the fucking hammer down on everybody in like such a boss bitch kind of way. And like, okay, I should probably watch the show. Like, and every episode she's in, it's the best part of the episode.
Fair enough.
Anyway, thumbs up for The Expanse is what I'm trying to say. Amos
and
thumbs down for
the win.
Protecting Insect Hitler on Hunter x Hunter. But yeah, so that was ending up the last episode, basically like, oh, we can't do the bad thing and end the death of potential millions. We go to episode 113 and the Deaded Insect. And throughout this Youpi fight, Youpi keeps changing his look and he's like devolving, right?
Yeah.
And I got here. I'm just gonna type in Youpi transformation if it shows up. Yeah, this is roughly where I just wrote down Youpi's looking like a Shogoth now. Like a Lovecraftian monster.
Yeah, I was thinking like a spider type thing, but that I like your explanation better.
Yeah, it just looks like something out of like the Mountains of Madness. Like and it's like devolving.
Yeah, he's got all these arms, he's got all these eyes, he's just like a he's just like a creature looking thing. I don't know
just a creature, la criatura, right? Like looking all weird. This part I liked and didn't like at the same part. And so Shoot, right before the fight starts, like, oh, this random attack Youpi did, like, broke my leg or something like that, right? And then he learned immediately, like, Daredevil his weakness. He's like, oh yeah, my weakness is now my greatest strength, because now he learned how to fly on one of his, like, flying hands. So broken leg doesn't matter anymore.
Oh, and he takes for whatever reason, he takes, like, half of his, collar, and he just, like
yeah. He like bandana. I can't even pretend. Yeah, okay, you got a hoodie. Yeah. Now, to be fair, that looks sick as fuck. He looked a lot cooler when he did it. I don't think anyone does. Like, do it again. Like that could be like almost like our thumbnail. Everyone looks cooler with like the Sagat look.
I don't think I look cooler.
You look badass right now. If you went full Phantom of the Opera, it would be like a great branding opportunity.
There you go.
And so he looked like I wrote down here like. He covered his right eye to look cool, and my next note is he actually does kind of look cool.
Right, but you think from like a battle perspective.
Yeah, losing your depth perception is not the way you want to start a fight, right? Like, especially against a guy who's stronger than you, but doing it for the aura farming, as the kids would say.
It was. It went pretty fucking hard. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Like, it was goofy, but it went pretty hard.
Yeah. And here, there's a lot of moral, like talking to Knuckle and Shoot, except he's not talking to him. It's like mental talking, but he's talking to him in a way like they can understand, but they definitely cannot, because he doesn't have telepathy as far as I know. He's like, you guys, maybe I'll take you out for a drink or something after this. It's like, okay, but like, you're just saying that to yourself. Like,
yeah, I noticed a lot of that, like a lot of internal monologuing, just like, and it's like
there's a lot of stills with talking, which is these are budget shots to save money.
Yes, that was my assumption as well.
And like, there's some good animation scene, like when that one shot when like Youpi goes really crazy later, that probably costs more than a regular scene. So everyone's got to stand still and not open their mouths for a while, right? And just talk in their heads to save money for that. Oh, this is where we cut to Gon and Killua. Like, they're doing their side thing, trying to find Neferpitou. And like two of the regular ants that are just about the premises are there.
Oh, I remember.
And Killua does like a fucking gunslinger yo-yo snipe and blows both their heads off.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, there's something here, and in the comments, feel free to correct me, because I feel like I missed something big. At this point, like, Killua was like second guessing himself, like, I shouldn't be doing this. And like, what shouldn't you be doing exactly?
I think my guess is that he's thinking, oh, I need to stick to the plan.
But they're going to find Neferpitou, like, that is the plan.
Yes, but not realizing that their plan to find them might involve them running into other people or other chimera ants, right? It's the same thing with Youpi, where like they're like, oh, we didn't think we'd encounter Youpi here. It's like Killua was like, oh, I didn't realize that I would be encountering other chimera ants like on the second floor.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, obviously he dealt with them in under a second. So like,
yes, but that was my assumption, that he was just like, I can't deviate from the plan of going directly to Pitou. But I don't know. He takes 1 second to kill them. It's not like it really matters anyways.
Yeah, well, and they do that. Ikalgo shows up with the body of the dude what is dead, who's like a fly man.
Yeah, Flutter.
And they like switch sides, and like, but Wolfman saw it. And I just wrote down, like, anytime he's on screen, I just so aggressively, I hate him so much, the wolf guy.
Yeah, you've got a wolf guy, but you've also got Blaster, the lobster dude.
I wrote down Cheetor and Beetleborg. Those are the names I've given them.
And then the cheetah, of course, who he just gets, anyways, I mean, you already mentioned it, but he just gets like fucking one shot by Killua's dad. And he's just like,
yeah, so like he's talking about my new power, holy shit. And like so like cool on Killua's dad at least still has some aura to him, because like he just shows up, get shit done, right? And if he can one shot one of the higher level ants, like one shot, like not even win a fight, like just like beat him in a single blow, like then it's like, where is he on the power scaling level? Why wasn't he called when the first queen showed up? He works for money, right? Pay him to do this.
Yeah, you'd think, I don't know, you would think that this would be a priority for everyone, but I guess not.
Maybe it's just some like weird racism we don't understand in the world. Like, the people in the NGL aren't real people, you know, like.
Maybe. I mean, but they're not in the NGL anymore, right?
No, but and like also people in not North Korea also aren't real people.
That's true. You can't see them. Are they even real?
They changed it from Gulf of NGL to Gulf of York New City. You know, like, and that's just the kind of world they live in.
Who knows?
But yeah, we move to here. Poof, who's having a meltdown, but he's having a very specific kind of meltdown. And I feel a little justified in this because we get another moment like this later on. I wrote down here, Poof is having an Evangelion meltdown.
Dude, it zooms in on the veins of his eyes.
He's freaking out in like the same way Asuka freaks out multiple times. Of like, I'm worthless. I don't mean anything. This is like the Asuka mindset, and like it's animated in a lot of the same ways. And like, I know it's my thing of everything's based off of Eva, but given what happens later, I feel a little justified because it's another very Eva moment. But yeah, he's just having like, oh, I'm failing the king, blah, 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 right? Oh, and then as he's about to leave, that's when Moral shows up, right? He does like the dumb moth thing of like, flies into the window. Like, because he has like the smoke one, and just hits it and bounces off. And I just found that very funny.
Yeah, but now he's in his smoky jail, right?
Oh,
he sets up the whole...
Yeah, so then Moral and him are gonna have a showdown, except they don't. Spoiler. There's other than Youpi, no one's lifted their weight in these episodes.
Yeah,
Youpi and Knuckle.
Yeah, but But he gets trapped, like I said, he gets trapped in a smoky jail. It's like a barrier, and so they're trapped inside a smoke.
So you would think what was about to happen would be of consequence, except it's not. Because like, okay, you're trying to run to the king. I'm not letting you run. Let's do this, right?
Right, we're fighting.
And then like it turns out, well, I'm just gonna transform, and like, oh, okay.
I guess it's also probably cheaper that way too. Not to attribute everything to them saving money, but
it's a lot cheaper to not animate a fight than it is to animate a fight.
Yes, that's fair. But I mean, maybe it happened in the manga as well. I don't know.
I cannot speak for the manga, so I do not know. But we're coming here to the end of the episode, but it's something I've seen before in a GIF. And it's not even the famous GIF, because the famous GIF that's used against me, funnily enough, very often. I'm talking like multiple times a week is used against me.
What of adult Gon?
Yeah, not adult. We don't see adult Gon yet. But we'll get to it when we get to it. But Grandpa Zoldyck and the chairman are like kind of following Meruem. It's like, okay, there's these like literally like doing a Dragon Ball. It's like, let's fight somewhere else that's less crowded. Because it's actually a Dragon Ball moment. And they're like just kind of walking. And Gon's there. And he's like, all mad, right? And the chairman just looks at Gon and goes, just hits the thumb. It's like, oh yeah, Neferpitou's over there. And like I've seen the gif of him hitting the thumb before.
I see, just going like that.
Yeah, so now I have context. Okay, cool. And Gon's got like death face going on, which we'll definitely play into a bit more later on. But yeah, so Grandpa Zoldyck like summons Shenron to like put the chairman and Meruem, okay, fight 50 miles from here in some Dragon Ball ass wasteland or something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And you see like the king, he just has his like tail wrapped around one of the dragons, like
the dragon's holding him like a big baby, basically. Like
so it's not even like oh man, he's got me in his clutches, and I'm
they said he summoned his power without using any mischief, so the king knows it's purely for transportation.
Yeah, so he gets to look like a badass when he's being transported around.
Yeah, because he's doing like the bison arms closed pose while doing it too.
And his tail is kind of keeping it up. But yeah, so the next episode, 114.
Yeah, that's Divide and Conquer. Yeah,
Divide and Conquer. So there's a lot of parallel threads in this episode where it's a bunch of separate battles essentially that are happening, or kind of lack of battles, to be honest, but anyways, separate battles that are going on, for lack of a better word. So you have the king, and he's going off to fight against the chairman, whatever. Meanwhile, you've got like cuts to Ikalgo where he's like chatting with the other two ants, and they don't realize that he's wearing a disguise. This is where Cheeto mentions that he has a brand new ability. And then at this point, both of those two Chimera ants realize, oh, he said like the Leo guy. He said the wrong name.
He used his old name before he changed to Leo.
Yeah, his dead name, basically. Yeah. So basically they realize, oh, something is wrong with this guy. Yeah. Like that's not the real Flutter. They're just like instantly on
Flutter, that's the name, yeah. Now I do want to say in the course of these episodes, I lost a lot of respect for Ikalgo. Like I already talked about the wolf guy. The Ikalgo stuff, they spend a lot of time on it in these episodes. And like, it's so inconsequential to the real things that are like, I want to see Neferpitou fight. I want to see like Meruem fight. Let's keep the Youpi fight. And it's like, oh man, I'm in a bunker and like, and they burn like 40 minutes on this stuff. Like,
yeah, basically like Ikalgo was like, oh, I'm literally talking to all the women in the bunker and trying to figure out like where Palm went, because that's the whole reason he goes down, right? But then it's like it's like they're explaining why they don't want to help out, and it's just like it's like a whole
just nothing happens.
Yeah,
like
a whole lot of nothing. I mean, this fight is just a whole lot of nothing in general.
I was invested originally until they got to the message with Palm. Then Palm's like, if you see this, I'm probably dead. And like, oh. So if there's no Palm, which is an actual move the plot forward plot line, that is one, right? But as soon as they cut that going, and then there's 30 more minutes of actual footage of him in the basement fighting with Beetleborg. And like, I'm just like, oh my God, Kate, wrap this up. Let's go to somebody else. Like,
yeah, it was it's pretty bad, but you know, that's not the only fight.
And then the wolf guy has all these conspiracy theories too while it's happening. It's like, why did Beetle guy go downstairs? Like, but is it because he's like bigger? And he makes all these theories that like have nothing to do with reality or the show or what's happening. He's just inventing his own plot lines, and it keeps on happening.
He's saying that like, so like he's usually like on the right track, and then he says something,
but then he takes a hard left.
So completely wrong.
Yeah,
it's just like completely the wrong direction. But yeah, he's like suspicious that the other dude, the beetle dude, is going
to betray him for some reason. I can't even remember. Like,
attack him. So then he decides to go look for the politician dude so he can become the king of the underworld. Whatever. It really doesn't matter.
No, like it's not to say like I'm trying to be down on these episodes, but you know, we spent the last 2 podcasts like, okay, when are we getting to the fireworks factory? And we finally get to the fireworks factory and like spend all these episodes like just open the front door. You know, like we're still not there, and they burn so much time on these guys that just don't matter.
Yeah, I mean that's one way to kill some time in an anime, I guess.
It is, but like Youpi's the highlight of these episodes when like he's the least important of all the royal guards.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, hopefully we'll get into it more with these later episodes, and you do see more of Poof, which is good.
Yes.
But yeah, so there's okay, in addition to all the other fights, there's Shoot versus Youpi, where basically like they're kind of going at each other, like he gets like an eye off of him, and then meanwhile like Knuckle is just watching all this happen. And basically he's like, "Oh, I have to stay hidden because I don't want there to be proof that there's someone, that there's someone here." But it's kind of like, okay, wait, you guys are just kind of stalling for time from these royal guards. Like, does it really matter if he knows you're there or not? Like, I get that it's not part of the plan.
I know, like, you are already in the optimal situation of he doesn't know you're there, so go for the biggest blow possible, right?
Right.
Like, I do hear that somewhere here, like, I was impressed Shoot was actually kind of holding his own for a while. Because, like, it's clear he's outclassed, but, like, he's also not dying. So, like, okay, he's kind of holding his own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's well, I'm trying to like read my notes. Yeah, so Shoot's holding his own. Like Knuckle is also like in the episode, but he's like basically in the background. He's invisible for most of this entire episode. And then there's also a little bit of like Pitou versus Morale, where like basically Pitou's trying to like get a mental read on Morale. And that's the notes I had for this episode. I mean, I don't know if you had anything else to add.
Well, Morale is like when he surrounded Poof with the smoke wall, and he's like transforming, right? And then he does the horrible thing of like, oh, I better not attack him while he's transforming.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Now they try to logic it out, and that like, I'm just here to waste his time. So like, okay, let's waste time.
Right.
But then of course, like, I think it might even be the next episode where like, oh, it turns out that wasn't the right idea. But like no, just like attack people while they transform. Don't let them transform. Because I thought he was going to like turn from like, in a reference that did not happen. I wrote it down anyways. Because I mentioned I'm a Godzilla super fan, right? I know you probably are not maybe as crazy about Godzilla as me. I'm sure you know this fine lady of Mothra. Fun fact, since we did talk about earlier, Mothra is Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Like, not literally son of God, Jesus, but like, Mothra is Jesus. Like, it's a lot to get into, but like, even like, die for your sins and resurrect, it's all there. Like, multiple times. But sometimes, Mothra can't get shit done. And when Mothra can't get shit done, and Mothra is Earth's response to a monster, that's when Batra shows up.
Batra.
And Batra is evil Mothra.
Ah, okay.
Batra is Mothra with the kid's gloves taken off. So Mothra is Earth sending you, like, I am sending you Moth Jesus. Let's figure this out.
Right, he's chill.
Yeah. And then when you can't figure, okay, once again, okay, you don't want to figure this out? Okay, let's not figure this the fuck out. Let's go. And then Batra shows up.
Hell yeah. That's a pretty sick ass design.
No, Batra looks, I love that. Like, that is a MFer of a look. Like you don't want Batra is bad news. Let's put it that way.
Dude, if I saw Batra in real life, I would scream.
Yeah. But like, I thought that was going to happen. I'm like, oh, so Youpi, or not Youpi, Poof was going to go from Mothra to a Batra. Like, he's going to go from like his Sailor Moon prince form, you know, like tuxedo mask, and then just come out like a motherfucker on the other end of it.
Yeah, that would have been a really interesting visual, actually.
And then said, that's the furthest from what could have happened that happened.
That is not what happened at all.
But yeah, so he just doesn't attack him while he transforms. Sure. Why not, right? At this point, I can't remember if we said it, but it's episode 114, Divide and Conquer. But yeah, so that moves to 114, Divide and Conquer to 115, Duty and Question. And this one here, I didn't understand the whole Ikalgo arc. I'm not loving it. One thing I wish it would have said earlier is Flutter. So when Ikalgo corpse hops into somebody, he has their powers. And maybe I missed. I don't feel like that was explained, because that actually is a pretty strong power to like necromance another person's powers.
Yeah, I don't think they specifically like explicitly say that. But yeah, it is a very cool power. So he takes like his little like dragonfly.
I'm sorry, I just lost you for a second there.
Oh, I was just saying he took his little dragonfly dudes and he can use them to scout out,
yeah.
right?
And like that is one of the better power. It's not a good combat power, but it's a good team power, right? But anyway, so you can just take other people's power. Like, okay, sure. Next thing I wrote down, just a giant crawfish operating an elevator.
Yeah, and also Ikalgo he's driving a car, like a big ass truck. And I was like, does he know how to drive? But whatever.
Ants are born with the ability to know how to drive. Like, you need certification to drive an 18-wheeler.
Right, that's it's not a little car. That was like a big ass truck.
Just part of the ant DNA, they can do this, I guess.
Yeah. Oh my God, they go into such detail about like with this elevator, you need to have a specific.
Oh no, half this episode's the fucking elevator. Like, that's why I said I was starting to check out here. Like, the wolf, this is where the wolf he's going on and on and on about the fucking elevator, and like, just like, I've never fast forwarded the show because that removes the purpose of us doing this. But was the most tempted I've ever been right here. Because I aggressively could not care about the wolf and his fucking elevator talk.
He's like, I'm going to frame Flutter for the bomb that he was mentioning earlier. Like, and I was like, you're
talking about shit that, like, if this was a comedy show, like, that would be a funny bit. Like the one guy who's so off. This is genocide in North Korea. Like, this is not the show for your weird conspiracy theories. Like,
right. It's just like, in the fights themselves also, they're just not that interesting. Actually, well, no, I take that back. That whole elevator fight between Beetle Dude and Ikalgo is kind of interesting. But, like, otherwise, it's just such a waste of time in this episode.
Yeah. At some point here, they cut back. Like, Knuckle is just engaging now to save, because like, Shoot is not losing at the moment, anyways. But like, he's like slow losing. So Knuckle's like, okay, I gotta take the pressure off. So he drops the invisibility. That's when Chameleon Lad is like, okay, I'll go help other people. And just the way he says it, because like, he's staying invisible and he needs to get there fast. But not too fast, so he can't run. So he's like talking about like this form of like speed walking he has.
Oh yeah.
To hold his breath while being invisible the longest amount of time. I'm like, okay, like, not wrong to have, but just weird in this high stakes situation to like start talking about your speed walking technique. You know, like,
yes, which was pretty funny. And he's like freaking out the entire time.
Oh, he has like a big cry. Like, okay. Over like the whole thing, like, I gotta help other people, and like, oh, and eventually he runs into the wolf guy, And Wolf Guy does the only interesting thing he's ever done, because he shows his Nen power, which is an old mummified man with rockets.
Like, oh yeah, wolf rockets.
Like they broke into a pyramid, took open the coffin, took this like pharaoh, and like strapped him on his fucking back, and then put rocket launchers on him. And like,
you know, at this point they were just like, I don't know, fucking give him rockets. I don't care. Give him something.
The rockets are one. It's just the fact he had an old mummy on his back, and like that just ties it all together.
It's just it's an interesting.
And they do it, and once it Wolf, none of it matters. Because, like, he could smell the chameleon for 1 second because they had to go, and they showed up and then back out, right? And they they burn like 5 minutes of this, of like, I know you're there, blah, blah. And it's like, uses missiles, and it's like, oh, your missiles don't work. They just, nothing but burning time on. Here's my exact note, and this is my only note for the rest of the episode. More wolf bullshit, who cares?
I mean, you're not wrong. They spend like a whole like 5 minutes on like
between this and the elevator, half the episode's a wolf, and nothing happens.
Yep, it is pretty much an episode that, like, again, I did not skip it either, but I was like, oh, I don't really need to pay that close attention because
I just find this more aggressively bad because things are threatening to happen now. They're actually there, right? There's been contact with the king. Neferpitou's there, right? And people are heading to Neferpitou. So, like, things are about to finally happen. And it's like, one of my buddies in the elevator and he's going to shoot me. Don't it's care.
It's not just, like, building up to it, right? At this point, it's just distracting from the main fight.
Once again, when are we going to get to the fireworks factory? We're at the fireworks factory, and it's like a crazy homeless person's rambling outside of it, and now we're talking about that. Which leads us to episode 116, Revenge and Recovery, which I'll let you take this one, but again, wasting time. This episode starts with like a 5-minute recap.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Normally, for most episodes, I have like a whole paragraph of notes. For this one, I have like 5 lines.
I got a decent amount of notes for this episode, but yeah, okay, they start with a 5-minute recap.
Yes, 5-minute
so again,
recap.
Wasting time. Let's what if Hunter x Hunter was the same story but 26 episodes, like animes of yore? Get there a lot fucking faster, right? Like.
Yeah, I think they probably had a little too many episodes in this season to just stretch it out.
That's why I will not allow a Naruto or One Piece fighting game, because I'm sure they're even more glacial than this.
My God, imagine us covering another podcast. How many episodes we would just have to pick like a season or 2 or something like that, because no way we would get through everything.
No, I never said what One Piece show I'm gonna watch. I'll just watch the Netflix live action one. Fuck it, like
Netflix live action one's actually pretty good, and there's only 1 season right now.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. We'll bang that out in a couple hours. There you go. That covers the One Piece fighting game.
It's actually pretty good, honestly. Like I enjoyed it. But anyways, so Gon, he's whatever. They have a recap. I'm realizing my camera's a little shifty.
Yeah, we're getting a little framey, but we are where we are at this point, so we got to deal with it. So
yeah, no worries. But basically, so Gon, he's like announces himself, and he's got like this big black ore thing going on. He's coming up to Pitou, but Pitou is like basically hearing none of that because they're freaking out about Komogi.
Now, here's where I remember saying earlier last episode, like, I wonder if they're going to do like a double turn. Like where it looks like the ants are more heroic and now Gon's going to be like the bad guy. I feel like they're trying to do that here, but it's not working on me. Because Neferpitou does want to save Komugi, right? But only because the king said so, not through any like, I want to save this person. It's just I'm literally following orders.
Right.
Which is not the same.
Yeah. But I agree. Like, you know, she's doing the whole thing where she's like, I'll do anything as long you just have to wait for me to finish healing her. She's like breaking her arms off to show their resolve.
That I wrote like, somewhere here. Yeah. I said pulling a Gon here because like both have broken their arm in determination, and she's doing like this supplicant pose, like palms up, like I'm not a threat. Now, one thing, this is the first thing I hyper focus on. The bird attack has been upgraded yet again. So we went from scratches to like near death to fucking open heart surgery. Because Neferpitou's like surgery power has like Komugi's being like vivisected, cut wide open now. So like once again, like now I'm starting to believe they want me to think Komugi was hit by one of the meteors. But once again, you didn't show it. She was already held by the king begin with. So like I feel that wouldn't have worked. So I still have to aspire this to the bird. And the bird just like ripped her in fucking half now. And it's just constantly retconning the bird damage.
The bird was too powerful. The bird is one of the Zoldycks.
Yes, that bird Zoldyck is one of the most prime assassins of the land. Like,
yeah, because also when you think about it, Bird Zoldyck had to have like passed by the king, have gotten through the king. Oh no, wait, that's right. Okay, this happened earlier. Never mind. I take that back. But either way, it's a pretty.
But it's major surgery. Situation. But it's just, I feel like at this point they want me to believe that's what happened. But like you didn't show it, and you're only alluding it to it in damage. And once again, she was already being held by the king after the bird attack. So it had to have been a direct impact, and you think he would have brought it up, right? Like,
yeah.
But regardless, so we're doing the whole thing here. The surgery is happening, and Neferpitou's like, meow, don't attack my patient. But it's being portrayed as a Gon's inhumanity to Neferpitou's humanity, but she's literally only following orders like a robot. It's not, it's not like a moment. The goodness of their
heart. Right.
Oh, yeah. Why did I write this? Oh, okay, now, I wrote Killua here for a moment, and I wrote him here as Cuckula. And like, why did I write Killua as Cuckula? So, Killua is saying something to Neferpitou, and Gon just like, I'm asking the questions here, and just shuts him up. Because I do have here, okay, so my notes as I'm writing them. Okay, we're supposed to feel bad for Neferpitou / ants now in a way that doesn't matter because being nice to one person doesn't make up for the murder of millions.
Yeah, it's really interesting. They've been trying to frame the ants as like also having their own humanity and like also like the hunters, right? They're not wanting to also lose their humanity in the process. But it's like,
yeah, I feel they're trying at humanity versus inhumanity, but it falls flat on its face here. Maybe like more episodes to go, they can show this better that they're not yet. But in this situation, you're supposed to feel bad for Joseph Mengele cat girl, and like I'm not feeling bad for her or them or whatever. I'm sorry, what you know what I mean. But like I'm with Team Gon. Like Gon's having his Broly moment here. Like what you said with all this black energy and like fucking emanating off him like he's fucking Satan, right? Like he's like one step away from Kakarot, like doing that. And like I'm like, no, go Broly. Like if you wanted big character development, even though it'd be evil, I would have loved for Gon to ice the kid. Ice the kid. Then you're showing your inhumanity now, right? Your revenge matters more than anything else.
Right.
Or even if you don't directly ice the kid, attack Neferpitou and then dies because no more medical aid.
Right.
But like,
then
he's just like, oh, wait a second. Is it here? Okay, here's where the gif happened. This is the rage bait gif. Where he like slams his hands down and like, it's once again, this gets used against me multiple times a week. I know it's rage bait, but why am I still so mad? And like, I'm very familiar with I'm very familiar with the GIF because once again, it's used against me very often because I rage bait people all the time. So yeah, I know it's rage bait. So why am I still angry? This is the face.
Yo, yes.
So yeah, I never knew where this was from because we haven't got there yet, right? And then we finally got here. I'm like, oh, that's what it's from. So yeah, I have this used against me almost daily, so I'm very familiar with this gif.
Yeah, Gon is hella pissed. Oh, and there's one line that Killua says. He's like, "Oh, sorry, Gon, you can't kill Hito because we need them to heal Kite," and that's the one thing that kind of gets him to like chill out.
Yeah, basically. And who's to say they can even heal Kite? Kite's a zombie man now.
Yeah, Kite's dead. I mean, technically,
yeah,
right?
Like
they're just animating his corpse.
Yeah, like it's still very confusing that he moved around after they cut the head off, but like yeah, he died. Like I'm just saying he's a zombie. Like he's a Frankenstein at best, or sorry, a Frankenstein's monster.
Mm-hmm.
Which I do need to watch that new Frankenstein. Apparently, it's excellent. The Guillermo del Toro one.
Okay.
The only complaint, which is not a complaint, and it's the internet being the internet, so like, because everyone's like, the monster's too hot. And like, is he though? Because like, I'm on the internet now. Everything's just hot to everybody now, right? Like,
can you show me a photo?
All right. Yeah, we'll judge it here. We'll judge it because I'm not the best judge of this. So, okay. New Frankenstein monster. Hopefully, this will bring it up. Now, to be fair, he's got a strong jawline here.
I mean, he needs a better skincare routine and some better hair, but his bone structure...
He's kind of got immaculate hair. He even has like that, I'm not trying, but I just happened, that little hair doodle out in front. Yeah, this happened? Oh, I didn't even notice. I'll definitely say, like, they're not trying to make him look unattractive now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I do think he kind of fits... He's not, like, traditionally hot, but he's got a lot of hot, like, traditionally, like, attractive features. You know?
Yeah, he just kind of looks like a white... Like, I mean, a white guy, like a pale white guy.
Yeah, they're not trying to make him not hot, I think is the best way of putting it.
Because, like, you can do this and try to make them attractive. What the fuck is that? Evil Dead new movie girl. Okay. Evil Dead Rise. That's it. Evil Dead Rise girl. Okay, there's a bunch. It's safe searching me on a lot of these pictures. Which is good, I guess, but... Because, like, they tried to do this on the new Evil Dead movie.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, they're definitely trying to make her attractive.
Oh. Yeah, I see it.
Especially, like, she gets even crazier by the end. And, like, yes, she's pale and, like, doesn't look well, but they're trying to make her hot. Like...
Mm-hmm.
And I'm scared to click... I've seen this movie. I don't know why some of these are... Like, for the purpose of the podcast, I'm glad these are hidden. But... Here, I'll take this off, and I'll click these, because, like, why are they saying this is explicit content?
Some of these look like people's, like, just screenshots of their, like, from the head up, you know? I don't think it'd be anything crazy.
Like, because there's a lot of gore, and it's an Evil Dead movie, right? But...
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Right there.
Yeah,
they were not trying to make her unattractive with, like, weird zombie makeup.
Right.
Yeah. So,
just like a hot zombie, you know, just like he's a hot Frankenstein.
Well, everything's a hot something now. Like, did you see the new Nosferatu movie?
No.
So they're trying to say that guy's hot. Like, you guys, no, you're just creepers. Like that, you cannot find him. Like, it's Bill Skarsgård. He is an attractive man. This is not the role he's meant to be attractive in.
Oh, no. Definitely not.
I understand society's tastes have evolved over the years as we've been more poisoned by the internet. But, like, I don't think this is it. Like, you just want to do it with an actual corpse with a mustache.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you want to, more power to you. Not here to judge. right?
No, if they wanted to make him look attractive, they wouldn't have made his like neck like attached to his shoulders like that. And like he also has like his face is really squished. Like I don't think they would have. Yeah, I agree. He's not supposed to.
When that movie came out, I saw the most hear me outs on Twitters in a very long time. And I'm like, sometimes I see the hear me out and like, I get you. I understand where you're coming from. But sometimes like that, I'm like, nah.
Nah, man. But it's the internet. Everyone's into something, so.
It is. So sexy Frankensteins are on the way in, apparently. That's where we're at.
That's right. That's the most important takeaway from the Gone with the Wind episode.
Not that Kite is a sexy Frankenstein. Or maybe he is too. I don't know. But we're trying to say he's a Frankenstein at this point.
Well, I don't think Kite was like traditionally very hot looking to begin with, so I don't think he's gonna look hotter.
No, but like, well, I'm trying to say he definitely looked like he got cut into a million pieces and put back together. Like,
yes.
So I don't know if there's a switch Neferpitou and like, oh, he's better now. Like,
I guess we'll find out, won't we?
I guess so, but yeah. So Gon is basically sitting there powerless, all angry, getting to be like a Broly, can't do it, so he just sits there and does nothing. Killua says something about that girl's really hurt and might be because of us, talking about the grandpa again. And like, but I wrote down, what if they command the birds? They don't know about the bird.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay, but there's also the point where like he sits on the ground, right? Because he's basically like, I'll give you an hour to heal all her wounds, and then we're gonna go heal Kite.
Yeah, right? So yeah, it's like, how long will it take to heal this girl? And Neferpitou's like 4 hours. And Gon's like, no, 1 hour. And Neferpitou's like, okay, boss, like 1 hour it is. Like, maybe I'll stop her from dying. Like, she won't be better, but she won't die. And somewhere, this is near the end of the episode, I know the frame of reference here is only the specific people going to get, but I can't remember, it must be Killua talking to Gon, but it's like, are you okay? Like, are you doing all right? And Gon's kind of like, I'm fine. Like, obviously not okay, right?
Right.
It's like that episode, once again, sorry, it's for a hyper-specific reference, but it's like that episode from King of the Hill, where Bill has like that big mind break about his wife who left him. And then people are like someone finally addressed him as like, she left you because you're a loser. She's never coming back to you. Like, you have to face it, blah, 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 right? And then he just like shuts down. It's like, and Hank's like, it's like, so you're okay now, Bill, right? And it's like, it's clear he just suffered a mental breakdown after just being told how it is. And it's like, I'm fine. And it's like, and Hank being Hank's like, oh, good. I was worried there for a second. And I'll catch you later. But it's just speaking the same way. It's like, I'm okay now. Like, in the most, you're obviously not okay way to say it.
Right. His eyes are like black,
just dead,
and pitch
like,
black. Yeah.
But yeah, so that leads us to 117, insult and payback. And I'll let you take this, but this Grandpa leaving in disgust because he won't show up to do the job he did, and Cheetah.
Yeah, so the grandpa, it's funny with the grandpa. He's like, oops, I might have actually killed someone on accident. Which I assume they're referring to Go Girl, right?
But again, he wouldn't know that.
I don't know actually. Because like they did go to meet the king, so maybe I have no clue.
Like, not to seem heartless here, but we're dealing on a scale of millions and millions of lives. Like, a casualty is truly unfortunate, but,
Right. You think he'd have more important things to worry about now. But anyways, so chameleon dude, Meliorion, joins Gon and Killua and basically says like, oh, I need help. And he's like talking to Killua because Gon is just he's sitting in the floor.
Phased out. Like, he's done.
Yeah. So, this is where the cheetah dude gets pummeled to death by Killua's dad. Just like, fucking comes in from the sky and like
he does like
into
because we're all fighting game poisoned around here. He does like Akuma's Misogi on him, like just straight up, just on top of his head. Like one step away from just going like, swoosh, like doing that at the end of it. Like,
yeah, it's not even a fight. It's not even a battle.
No, it's literally just a punch, dead.
Right.
And the whole new power he's just spent like 3 episodes talking about, we'll never know. Unless his new power is resurrection, and we find out in a later episode. I'm like,
who knows? But either way, what we do know is that Zeno, so like Killua's grandpa, he was like basically waiting for Killua's dad to come pick him up.
Yeah, he's like, I'll ride the dragon round back and I'll pick you up when you're ready.
Yeah, basically. He's coming to get him from daycare or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and then okay, now this is a whole section with Knuckle, and they're going back to the fight between like Knuckles, Shoot, and Youpi.
They say something here that makes me very I'll let you out. When it happens, it happens.
Oh, there's a whole okay, I think I know what you're talking about. There's a whole thing where they're like, oh yeah, Knuckle was like running from the cops in elementary school.
That too. We're like, why are you talking about his like police problems? Like, is this the time for a backstory for Knuckle and the cops here now? Like,
hell yeah, my dude. They only need a few stills.
Yeah. That was weird. It's not even what made me mad. Because they said something that's factually wrong. So they're talking about Knuckle and he's running at top speed, right? Mm-hmm. His ability to maintain his stamina at top speed is better than a cheetah's.
That's what he said. I remember that.
Okay. I grew up an animal person. We talk about like I grew up an animal person in general. Like we raise dogs, all that kind of yes, but an animal person in general, right? Cheetahs famously cannot maintain their stamina at top speed for a long time. They're very bad at it. Mm-hmm. They can do it in bursts of like 10 seconds. Mm-hmm. When it comes to stamina, cheetahs are almost the worst animal in the world. Actually. They're built for the quick burst of speed, done.
Right, grab the prey, done.
Yes. In fact, the best animal in the world at stamina at a good speed is human beings.
I didn't know that actually.
Yes. Like you will lose a race to a horse, right? You will beat a horse in a marathon every time. That is our advantage as an animal. We are not the fastest. We are not the strongest. We don't got claws. We're certainly not the toughest. We'll break in half easily, right? But we can go in a way no other animal can even dream of. When we were hunter-gatherers, our form of hunting is called endurance hunting. We would chase animals, and they would always outrun us. We can't catch up to them, unless you get like a lucky spear in or something, right? But what we can do is keep chasing them, and after they outrun us, we're there again. And they run away, and we're there again. They run away, and we're there. And the thing is, we can keep going at that speed. They can't. Eventually, they just fall over and die from exhaustion.
Right.
So when he said that he kept the speed going at top speed with the stamina of cheetah, it's literally the most wrong thing they could have ever have said.
I didn't know that. I didn't even catch that.
Cheetah is almost the worst animal example, and the best animal at it is a human. So, grew up in nature now. I would go to the library and take out books, back when kids still went to the library. That's to show how old I am.
I thought you were going to talk about like him saying he can outrun a cheetah or whatever. No, I was like, cheetahs can run. I don't know the exact details, but I thought they could run to like some like 25 miles per hour type situation. And I don't know.
Oh, they can go quite a bit faster than that, I believe.
Okay. I was like, at least like 50.
So like if you said run as fast as a cheetah, I'm like, oh, wow, what a strong martial artist, right? But like he just said the thing anyone can do. If you just jogged, right, and cheetah went full speed, it'll get out ahead of you, sure. And by the time you catch up, it'll be dying. Like actually dying.
Interesting. I did not know that. So does that also apply with other cats or just like cheetahs?
Well, cheetahs are specifically built for speed, right? Like a lion or a tiger is not built for speed. So yeah, they're the fast one, right? But like, But it's just they just said something couldn't have been more wrong. It just bugged me.
Yeah, well, they're saying a lot of crazy shit in this episode that just makes no sense. Just in general in these past few episodes.
So,
but yeah,
that's my over analytical moment.
Yes, but okay, so back to the Knuckle Youpi shoot fight. Basically, shoot's taking a lot of damage or whatever. They basically say like the Youpi kind of left him there to die,
he just like
or whatever.
He avoided Knuckle because Knuckle ran from him, right? The idea was he's going to run the attacks on him. And he walked across a mostly dead shoot and just left him. Like, you're not worth my time.
Right, exactly. And so basically there's a whole moment where they're like, oh man, like my pride is so hurt. And
you can't take away a warrior's pride, my Saiyan pride. It's a Vegeta moment, straight up.
Pretty much. So like Knuckle, I guess at one point he picks up Shoot and he's trying to get them both out alive.
And then he fucking drops him like a sack of shit when he has like his Vegeta moment. And even like to their credit, Shoot's like, what the hell, man? Like he's like dying, just dropped him. Like
right, like this is a stupid idea, but and they admit it, but they're still doing it anyways.
Sorry, Master, we're both idiots.
Right.
And some things are more important than saving the world. No, you're saying pride is not more important than saving the world. Like,
it was just like a really bad. It was just a really bad line. But
like I like Knuckle. He's one of my favorite characters now, right? But like, this is a weak Knuckle moment, and especially because it immediately backfires in his face.
Right, because so like the guy, he's trying to like, I forget exactly how it happens, but basically he blows up at some point. He like transforms.
Yeah, like Youpi rages out and just goes nuclear.
He blows up and basically uses up a bunch of Nen in that process, and so Knuckle just gets the idea. Oh, I'm gonna get him to do that again so that he can go bankrupt faster.
Yeah, well, to be fair. Right after he has the same pride moment, he shows up, then he sees Youpi get mad, right? So he shows up, yeah, bud? Wanna go, bud? And then Youpi gets mad and he's just like, oh shit, and he just turns and runs. He's like, this was an awful idea. Like, all that same pride stuff like 1 minute ago, out the window immediately.
Oh, and this is the point where they're like, all of this just took place in 3 minutes.
Yes, this is it.
Like, this is the end of that, where they say that. I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah. So I will read you verbatim my note as this happened. 3 minutes have passed since the mission has begun. Go fuck yourself. Like, that's all I could write. You're so full of it. Like, Namek time. Once again, 5 minutes, monkey, before this planet explodes. Like, straight up Frieza talk. Like, but it's the narrator. At least Frieza, you could say, is full of shit, right? Like, Frieza, obviously not a geologist, doesn't understand plate tectonics, but this is the narrator of the show. Like, so you have to take it as it's true.
Right. So that was pretty ridiculous.
But yeah, so Knuckle, he found the weakness at least. Okay, if I can rage bait Youpi to keep going nuclear, then we can really jack up APR and get the numbers going.
Right.
So we're turning a potential no-win situation into a maybe now.
Right, because the main reason APR wasn't working is just because he had too much.
Too much, but yeah, this used like 10,000 points in one go or whatever. But yeah, at that point, and then there's the insane ending of only 3 minutes of it transpired.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Oh, and before we end off this episode, there is a really quick part where basically you see Morale versus Poof, and Poof is still in the cocoon, and it's like, oh my god, dude. They're like really building up to something being in this cocoon that
like I was like, actually, like I said, the Bachelor thing, I was investing in him to come up to some kind of like worse than Youpi. Like Youpi was baby mode. I was like he's gonna pull the I'm not trapped in here with you, you're trapped in here with me kind of thing, and
right
could not be further from what actually happens.
Nope. Which we find out in
episode
next
118,
episode.
A False Revenge.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so I'm gonna for my personal sentiment, we're gonna skip a lot. So we have a big Akalgo moment. Akalgo is like half the episode. All you need to know is he found a trace of Palm, and she left a note. It was like, if you didn't hear back from me by the time you do this, I'm probably dead. And that bummed me out. I like Palm. She's weird, but weird and, well, other than her understanding of the law of relationships, she's weird in a mostly likable way. And yes, technically she is
She's
murderous. I don't know. Maybe that speaks to my taste in women. I don't know. But I thought she was cool, other than the date thing. Mm-hmm. But like, oh, you're dead. I
think you're supposed to like her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now here's where Youpi gets galaxy brain coming up. Because like, oh, I know he's gonna rage bait me. I'm like next leveling on him. Because he doesn't understand how the APR works necessarily, but he knows Kite's gonna rage bait him into like another explosion. He's gonna hit me as I explode, and I'll cancel the explosion and get him. And so Knuckle has this whole fucking soliloquy here. Like, it's like they're doing the slow-mo. Like, here, if all these episodes ran like this, and yeah, I would believe 3 minutes go by. Because he spends like 5 minutes just talking in his head as he's about to punch him when he's exploding, right? And he goes on all those things like
just zooming in one frame of him too.
Yeah, it's like talking about like martial arts, like then talking about his friendship with Shoot. It's like, well, we're not really friends, and like, we're more just work acquaintances, and like, but I kind of respect him, and like just going on about this, like, and yeah, it just ends up with that, with like, you know what? I'm pretty awesome, and that's exactly when Youpi's like, nope, fake explode, you're dead, and gets saved by a last second save from Killua of all people.
Right. Killua comes in with that whatever lightning
his strike. Jump special from Nen Impact fighting game.
Yes, you are right.
That's what I recognize it from. And to be fully real, as they waste so much time on Akalgo, and I just wasn't interested in that, especially after the Palm thing. That's the totality of my notes for this episode.
That's crazy. So I added a note when I saw Killua come in, which was like, Killua, you knew that your buddy Gon was not doing that well. I get that you might be needed elsewhere.
Well, once again, he killed him, right? Like, you're good, right, buddy? I'm great. You're great. Okay, right. Let's go.
Exactly. It's like, you can't really believe that he's okay, but anyways, but yeah, the whole Akalgo section. I mean, we don't have to get into it.
No, then we can just because I actually kind of like Akalgo getting into it. And like these sections, just nothing of consequence happens. Like we already talked about how like the fake shadow president stuff was dull, and then we're just doubling and tripling down on that.
Yeah. So okay. So what happens is that basically Akalgo goes into the basement. He sees that lobster dude is following him, right? So he went around, he talked to all the girls, he's trying to figure out where Palm was. He found the trace of Palm. He sees that the lobster dude actually followed him. Basically, he knows that he's going to try to kill him, right? So basically he does like a fake out where he like drives up to the lobster dude, pretends he doesn't know that he's going to try to shoot him. Lobster dude shoots him or whatever, and then he like slips.
Yeah, he like away. Body decoys him. Like he leaves the dead body to be shot as he escapes.
Yes, and so basically he like hides under the car, and the guy is trying to go back up using the elevator back up into the main palace or mansion or whatever.
Oh, but he doesn't have the secret code.
Exactly, he doesn't have the fucking secret code to be able to go up. So in the next episode, so this is like moving forward, but basically
119 strong and weak.
Yes. So basically half of this episode is also just the whole Akalgo situation.
That's why I said where that's why I wrote one note. Like I was somewhat invested in Fine Palm, and then it's like, oh, no more Fine Palm? Checked out. Like
yeah. Okay, just to summarize really quickly, basically, it's like this whole situation where, like, if you enter in the wrong code in the elevator, it's gonna spit out some, like, sleeping gas.
Yeah.
So basically, he's just trying to trap him and figure out, like, he's basically being like, okay, like, I feel like he's, like, freaking out. He's like, no, I have to kill this dude. Like, he's gonna come up and he's gonna warn people, or he's gonna go do something. Like, I need to kill him. So basically, he just is, like, in the security room, and he's, like, in a tank, and he's, like, doing all this shit, basically, to try to be able to kill this lobster dude, which eventually he does manage to, like, knock him out with the sleeping gas, and he's just, like, about to shoot him, and he, like, forms,
yeah, and then
like,
he has like I can't do this, like,
yeah,
like, but really,
and then so he has his I can't do this moment, which is just,
and like,
I mean, you went through all that trouble, you might as well just kill him.
now, like, let's look at it this way, because I want to rephrase this in a way it could be 1,000 times more interesting. I think a big part of the problem here is the stakes, in that the antagonist here is the lobster man. If it was even the wolf, who has more relevance, we only first saw the lobster man for, like, what? His combined airtime in the show to this point is like 20 seconds.
Right, because he was one of the new ants introduced when he was trying to go down into the basement.
Yeah, so if it was even the wolf, that would mean more. Or, like, since Poof isn't doing anything, what if he was stuck against Poof, like, downstairs? That would give it, like, a much more menacing aura. If someone's, like, 1,000 times stronger than you, right? Mm. Like, if it just wasn't a fucking lobster man that we barely know. Like, you could have done something more interesting with this.
Yeah, no, I think the setup and, like, the way they explain all the setup and the strategy, actually, that was quite I mean, compared to, like, the Morel fight, like, it's actually way more interesting, but it's just like, yeah, the stakes just aren't there.
There is no stakes. If Akago died, nothing else would change.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's not like,
we haven't even had...
It's not like he's holding up the lobster. Like, oh no, we can't let the lobster join the fight. Like, if lobster joins up, we're done. Like, it's not even that, right? Like, the whole reason doing with, like, Youpi and Poof and all that. Like, it's just, if the lobster showed up, Knockout could go, and he's dead. Like,
right. Also, Ikago's just, like, freaking out the whole time.
Yeah, he's like, pity partying nonstop, and, like,
yeah, which I get a little bit of that, but eventually it's like, it does start to get a little bit old.
Yeah, so not the show's strongest point. A cool point, and another thing I finally understand from the game. So when we cut back to Killua versus Youpi, he is full on Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah, instant transmission. He's doing instant transmission too.
Because he has the lightning. that's what tells Super Saiyan 2 from Super Saiyan 1, by the way.
Ah, okay.
And he's just like, and he also, at some point, he does Zanai Ken. He does Andy's elbow from Fatal Fury and King of Fighters.
Ah, okay.
And to be fair, Mai uses that in Street Fighter 6 as her critical art. Because that's a Shiranui martial art technique. So that was a cool little moment. They say something here which doesn't pay off in these episodes. The super, like the God speed is what they call it. The electricity he learned from the dark sky, he can now use it for his whole body. And so he's like, basically physically cannot be touched. And it said the narrator, there's a lot of narrator in these episodes.
Yeah, unnecessarily.
The narrator kicks in, is like, and seeing this would make a surprising choice for Youpi, but not till later on. Like, what? And we don't know because it's not happened. So, I don't know, but seeing this will matter later somehow.
Yeah, I don't even think I remember that line. Like, I just remember they got into, like, a really detailed explanation of his powers.
Yeah. And they do that to very immediately, like, oh, he cannot keep this up for more than a couple seconds. Like,
yeah, it wasn't great, but he is auto parrying.
Yeah, like, you can't hurt him, but he also, like, he stunned Youpi. Like, it let Knuckle get a couple hits in to boost up APR a little bit, but, like, realistically, no damage was done.
Yeah, it's more about the thought that counts. You know, he got a few hits in.
Well, getting those hits in, like, it boosted APR, right? So that's the idea, I guess. But, like, realistically, it stunned him. It's a cool visual moment. But Super Saiyan 2 Godspeed Killua is still not a match for Youpi either.
Yeah. No. I mean, he's fast. And
like, really, for these episodes, the thing I wish they did more was invest more in Youpi bucks. Like, they spent so much time in Neferpitou, and, like, Youpi's the physical threat, apparently. So, you should have talked more about Youpi in the episodes leading up to this, versus, say, the fucking lion or the wolf. You know? Like,
yeah, that's a really good point, because, like, you don't really learn much about, like, Youpi, or, like, because you learn a lot about the other Chimera ants.
Yeah, we like, learn so much about people who don't matter. And then we got this guy who's like, the guy who's holding this whole stew of episodes we're doing, Youpi holds the whole thing on his back. It's all him, basically.
Pretty much. He's been the only one fighting, pretty
much.
And,
like, of the Royal Guards, he easily has the least amount of time. Like, so I just realized, like, you should have invested more in him, you know, like.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I mean, I totally agree.
This is where Moral's like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't let him just cocoon all day long. What was I thinking 3 minutes ago, or whatever little time has passed? Then he finally attacks him, but then it's like, well, it didn't matter, but like, apparently Poof can just like go through the smoke wall anyways.
Yeah, but
I'll be explained more like next episode, but yeah, like it was good that Morel finally attacked him when he did, I guess. But like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do the thing I stated was a good thing just like a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, it's weird. They get into a whole explanation. It's like they get into a whole again, just like the narrator just like really just talking this whole time. We're basically like, okay, he hit the cocoon open, which allowed Poof to escape, but it happened at the perfect moment, because then Morel is able to go and help out Knuckle, who, you know, you get into that later in the episode. So it's like,
but then that leaves Poof open to go to the king, which is the whole thing he was trying to stop.
Right, exactly. So,
and Morel wasn't there with the grandpa or the chief, so he doesn't know they've gone to fight in a Dragon Ball wasteland.
Right. But I mean, eventually, okay. So to next episode.
Sorry, next episode. I do want to say it because I know I'm sounding negative. I do like the show, because I know people are like, oh well, man, Rooflemonger is. I do like the show, but like, the pacing is not the show's strong point here. Like, we're basically on 3 podcasts in a row where we've covered like 28 episodes. 28 episodes is a whole show of something else. A beginning, middle, and end. And not much has happened here.
Yeah, again, why I like my favorite arc is the Greed Island arc, because I think it's very succinct. It's fun. You know, there's a clear purpose.
It got to where it was going in a reasonable amount of time.
Exactly. It's a reasonable amount of time, whereas like these episodes are exactly. That's why like I was proposing to you, like, let's just do 10 at a time, because not a lot to talk about.
Yeah. So that leads us to our last episode here, 120, Fake and Real.
Yes.
So it cuts back to Poof saying like he won't attack me, and then Morel immediately attacks him. So I found that funny. That's where I wrote down here. This is lame. I thought we're gonna have Mothra turn into Batra.
Yeah, but turns out he'd already escaped like the cocoon.
Yeah.
So
yeah, to go into his power, he can like turn himself into millions of himself that are like bite-sized. And this is where I mentioned earlier we would come back. I don't know if Google image search is going to help me out here. Oh no, it helps me out almost perfectly. There we go. Oh, but I don't know if I should use that shot of it. So they all make these very specific faces. And it's absolutely the face Rey makes in End of Evangelion. Like, this is not me old manning it, and like everything's an Eva reference. This is absolutely that. Okay. Especially because it's over so many of them.
Are you going to show
There's face? A part where they do it, and Rey's naked because it's End of Evangelion, and I don't want to show that on.
Okay.
So I'm trying to find a shot where she doesn't do it while naked.
Fair enough. You're talking about like how he like becomes a bunch of little tiny guys.
Yeah, and they just have all like weird, like crazy face, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you Google Ray face, it'll give you the face. Just it's only showing me the one where she's naked, which I'm not going to show on the podcast because we're trying to avoid.
Should I look it up on my phone right now?
You could. It's literally the first result.
Okay, all right. Maybe the first of your results. Let's see, Ray face Ava.
Okay. I didn't. I just typed in Ray face.
Ray face. Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you see what I'm talking about, right? Like.
Yeah.
So like I see that, and I see like because there's shots in the end of Evangelion of like a bunch of rays, and they're all making that face. And I see poof, and they're all making that face, and like okay, this is like a bunch of rays.
Yeah, like the big, huge round eyes.
Yeah, and like the creepy smile and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, so like his powers, I don't know if you finished explaining it. His powers lets him separate himself into like little tiny, I guess like little bug
mini poofs
things or like versions of himself. Yeah, and then but his main body was actually stuck in the cocoon. So when Morel hits it,
yeah. They're saying the main body cannot shrink smaller than a bee. So he could not leave the smoke wall. Everything else is like photons. It can just pass through anything.
Pretty much little sparkles of light, essentially. Yeah. But so he grabs Morel's pipe. Basically, he like catches him off guard and he like throws it in the ocean. Which I'm like, why didn't you just destroy it? But okay.
Well, you know, like I wrote down here. At least finally, someone does something smart. Like. The pipe is the source of his powers. Okay, let's get rid of the source of your powers.
Also, on Morel's part, I'm like, Morel, you know that your pipe is like a clear target. Like, shouldn't you have had a backup? But,
yeah, or like have a Nen ability where he'd be like Thor's hammer and like it'll just come back to him if he holds his hand out.
Or like I thought maybe like because like he's able to like conjure all these smoke. I thought maybe like he can just conjure another pipe, but I'm just assuming he's a conjurer based on what I've seen from him. I don't know for sure, but I was like, you can just make another pipe.
Given his powers, like he would have to be, wouldn't he? Like,
yeah, I think so because he's conjuring all these.
He's not a transmute. Well, unless he's transmuting air to smoke, but
I don't think so.
Definitely not an enhancer.
No, he's not an enhancer. What is it?
I'm proud of myself because I remember when they were introducing these way early on. This confused the fucking. You could have said all the words. I would never have retained any of it. And now I sort of know.
It's like enhancer, conjurer,
specialist, and
transmuter.
There's one more, I think. This is 5, and specialist is one of the 5.
Yes. There's one more, but I don't think that's what he is.
I'm assuming conjurer, but yeah. So if your whole gimmick is at least. Kurapika, like the chains are on him. If you got the chains off of him, he's probably beat already.
Right. Also, like he made the chains. Like they specifically say in his training.
And they're saying, don't make your own chains. Like, don't make your own weapon.
Right. The guy was saying that, but he was like, no, I want.
But yeah, if he makes his own weapon, then at least he can always summon and resummon them, right? Like.
Oh, okay. But maybe like this is an instance where that applies, where he's like, you shouldn't conjure your own pipe because it's less powerful than a
because whatever you conjure yourself isn't as strong as the real deal.
Right. Okay. So maybe that makes sense then.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can buy that. And it could be a Nen pipe because the auction arc showed us like items can be infused with Nen, so it's like Nen pipe +1. You know, like D&D terms.
Exactly.
But it's really someone did something smart. This makes you a threat. I'll take it from you and get rid of it. Like, I can't remember. There's an old fantasy. I can't remember if it was a comic or a book. They had a guy who was like a very obvious Conan ripoff. Like, not even trying, right? And he had a magic sword. And there's like, we can't beat him with the magic sword. And so they do this whole plan to like get rid of the sword, right? And they do it correctly. And then when they finally fight the guy, is like, that sword wasn't magic. Like, I just found that. Like I'll just grab any old sword. It's all the same to me. And it's like, then he just kicks all their asses. Because he was so good, they just convinced himself that sword has to be magic. That's why he's so good.
Right.
But he was just a guy. He was just that good.
Right. That like the sword was the source of his power.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
Like, oh, it was Excalibur or something. Like, we get rid of that, we get him. Like, no, he's like, She has to. Who told you? I didn't tell you that. Like, just give me any old sword. This is all the same to me. Like, I thought that was kind of a cool way to do it.
That's very clever, actually. I like that.
Anyways, yeah. So, at this point here, so Poof is like not rushing back to the king, which he was like insane to run back to him before. Now he's in scout mode, which he learns to say what's going. It's not wrong, but like he has lost his objectivity in the matter, I suppose. Oh, this is when we come back to the Nen shaman.
Yeah, and she's not pregnant anymore.
Yeah, she's not pregnant anymore. And it's like, oh, everything's exploding. I guess I'll just leave and become a queen somewhere else. Like, okay. But then she meets the not Kim Jong-il guy. And then she's like, oh, let me go to the forbidden basement of mysteries. And then Wolf guy is there. And I'm like, oh, you almost said something cool. Now you're just like dragging it all down.
Yeah, there's a whole side thing where like you see the politician dude who's trapped in the rubble and the girl, and then Exorcist passes by and he's like, please, like, save me, I'll give you some treasure from my basement or whatever. So
well, at first he's like, just save me. And so he's like, why? It's like, just save me. He's like, really... I don't care. Like, so he has to like bribe her with treasure.
Yes, he bribe her with treasure, and then after they get out, then the wolf dude starts following.
Yeah, that's when like that's really when like, oh, wolf guy. I went back to Twitter, like just look at something else. Like I was almost interested. And no, but to be fair, somewhere along here, they say something. I believe this is when Poof is having a speech. I just want to talk about this first. Then they said something that was very interesting to me. Something that is not paying off now, but has me actually very excited for the next few episodes.
Okay. What's that?
They start saying there's a new ant being grown. And it's like, oh, it's that girl we captured downstairs. Like, oh, so this is fucking Palm. Okay. And this is really, to me anyways, not knowing what's coming up, really late in the game to introduce a new ant. So if you're going to introduce a new ant at this point, it's gotta, I'm hoping, gotta be a big deal, right? Because once again, I'm invested in seeing Palm again, and now if Palm's a new ant, what's going to happen there? So I feel like that is something of consequence. But we'll see. We'll see.
Well, we will see. We will see. But yeah, so that they had the whole Nen Exorcist aside.
Yeah, and when Poof was saying this, he was like giving a big speech of like, if Moral actually hit me at the exact right moment, which he didn't, then I would have died.
Right. And then back to Morale, like he had a bunch of smoke puppets or whatever still out. He doesn't have his pipe anymore.
No, but he has a finite amount left.
Yes, and then he disguises them all as
Knuckle.
Yeah. And so basically they're serving as distraction. Meanwhile, like there was a whole sidebar tangent conversation that they had before the mission even started where he said, okay, if I turn my smoke shadows into versions of you, that means you need to chill or whatever. And I'm like,
yeah, you just need to calm the hell down. Like, this is a sign from me to you. Stop. Like,
right. And Knuckle does manage to like get one good pipe or get one good hit.
I just lost you for a second there.
Oh, I said that Knuckle does manage to get one good hit in.
Well, yeah. So, all the smoke Knuckles have no physical impact, right? And eventually one does. So it's like, haha, you're dead. But then it turns out Moral can turn it off and on. So he like baited him. And then when he gets baited by that, then the real Knuckle finally comes and clocks someone. And this is where it's established. We don't know the numbers yet, but his numbers are like well into like the 10,000s or whatever for APR. Like well beyond whatever Gon had, that's for sure. And so don't know, but we're feeling like he might finally be coming up against the limit. Don't know. We'll see because they're still fighting as this episode ends. As it ends, Poof is like making some sort of face. I can't even remember. He shows up with Gon while Gon's there with Neferpitou. And Neferpitou is acting like Poof's about to do something untoward that's going to mess things up.
Yeah, they're saying like Poof, stay away, like don't come any closer.
Don't come any closer.
Oh, and this is where Shoot gets saved by Nove, the master. And his hair is black?
Yeah, this is where so they were looking for Shoot real quick and they couldn't find him. So Nerdlinger got him. I said Nerdlinger did one more thing. This should be the last time I see him. And like it works, like it's perfectly within the plot.
Redemption.
Other than the fact he was never supposed to show up by his own words.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever, Deus Ex Machina, like you've written Shoot off. Mm-hmm. So okay, he's there. He's not dead. You're making sure he's not dead. Don't worry about it. Not dead. Not dead. Not dead. Now the rest of the show.
Yeah, I wasn't really worried about him anyways.
I'm glad they just gave some clear shot of it, because a lot of things happen in the show to this point where like they're quite unclear on. So at least this one moment of crystal clarity. Right.
Well, what I meant when I said like I wasn't really worried about it is that like I don't think they were gonna kill him. Like they had
I didn't know if there were or weren't, because like we're at a moment, a juncture where like if you killed a character too, it would feel earned. Because this is the big moment, right? So like
that's true, but they wouldn't let him die off screen. He would have died in some heroic way.
Yeah, well, they would have been like a Knuckle, no, and as he shoves Knuckle all the way, then like, and then dies.
He would have died in that way. He wouldn't have died off screen. Like that,
like as he's dying, like Knuckle, put that fucking wicked sick eye patch back on me so I die as cool as possible. Like,
exactly. He takes his hands and he's just like punching the enemy, and his fists are getting all bloody. And then
because like that's the look now, like Sagat, like his new look. He doesn't. Well, he still has the old outfit with the traditional eye patch, but he has like the cloth over his face now, right?
That's true. Hey, when you think about it, you don't even need the cloth. Like if your hair was long enough, you could just do the.
Well, that's what Jury's doing now, right? Like,
yeah,
Jury has like the side cut that goes down to like be a faux eye patch.
Yeah, she's got the weirdly like diagonally cut bangs.
Like it's a hard like I am no anthropologist, okay? I am not a master of the human condition. But it is demonstrably the fact one eye is cooler than two.
Something about the aura.
Who looks less like cool with an eye patch? Tell me that.
I don't think I'd look very cool with an eye patch.
I think you would look badass. I have even proof of that, actually. Well, not for you specifically, although if you got an eye patch, we could prove it on the stream. That show, Future Diary.
Oh, yes. I have. Oh, the pink-haired girl gets an eye patch at some point, right?
Okay.
Yes.
So Uryu Minane goes from this most like slop-ass generic made-ass look, right? Mm-hmm. To fucking like Masato with an eye patch.
Oh.
And like she looks so much cooler. I remember like as the show is going on, I'm like, this is probably my favorite character now. Like she looks so badass. And it's all in the eye patch. The eye patch makes her. Go from bad maid to cool eye patch badass.
I mean, Baiken just wouldn't be as cool if she didn't have her eye patch.
Imagine Baiken with 2 eyes and 2 arms. Loser. Faded to history. Nobody would remember.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Like, the reason people remember her is because, she's like a badass.
There's 2 eras of people who remember her. There's people who remember her for the good reasons why she was cool, talking Guilty Gear X2 and back. Mm-hmm. And there's people who know her from Guilty Gear Xrd and forward, where she gained a very distinct visual physical trait that was not there in the older games.
Fair enough.
Like an original, I was gonna say an original Guilty Gear. She's just Kenshin, like girl Kenshin, but she's just Kenshin. Like this Baiken, which I know the picture's not that big for you right now. This Baiken, original Baiken, versus I just saw it.
She's got some assets, She's got some assets.
No, but like a little bit, but like
yeah.
Not what it would become.
Yeah.
Versus like this Baiken, right? Like
your face, just very much like.
There we go. Yeah, that's the strive shot. Because like people are like, oh my god, they're gonna make Baiken woke or something like that. I'm like, no, I think they avoided that one. Oh, there we go. Evolution of Baiken from like knockoff Lady Rurouni Kenshin to just two predominantly large physical traits that aren't missing eye and arm. Like most people would look at Baiken now, right? Modern Baiken, and like, wait, she's missing an arm? I don't see it. Like, 'cause that's not where they're looking.
I mean, that's fair. It's also kind of like hidden under the robe, so I can kind of see that.
Well, yeah, but like, is a more like, can I make this picture any bigger? Oh, this is a whole YouTube video
on the evolution of Baiken.
Yeah, like the earlier ones, like you can tell like there's the tattered arm. You can clearly see like nothing's there, right?
Right.
Versus that ain't the selling point no more. And like, don't get me wrong, I like Baiken. I actually played a good amount of Baiken back in the X2 days. But
I agree that the older designs obviously are a little bit more like less emphasis on her assets, but I still think modern Baiken, and Strive, I still think she has a very cool design.
No, I mean, like, yes, obviously she absolutely does, right? But
yeah, she's still a really cool character.
When I look at the modern Baiken fan, I'm not thinking you're here because she's cool.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
So I guess no big Tekken reveal at Game Awards this year.
No, probably not. Although I'm ready for Expedition 33 to sweep.
Oh yeah. Oh my. I'm going to stream and I'm going to be fucking unbearable while I'm streaming. You should have seen me 2 years ago when it was Baldur's Gate 3 year. And I was screaming at every category, Baldur's Gate 3 wins, Baldur's Gate 3 wins. And I was going to the extra mile. I have, they're opened now. I had a bunch of unopened Baldur's Gate 2 trading card packs.
Ooh.
From 1999. And I opened them for the Game Awards. I had about 10 of them. I opened about half of them for that. To show that I'm literally throwing... These are potentially worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm just opening them, ruining all their value to show how fucking excited I am for Baldur's Gate 3. And by the way, 2XKO, well, early access games can be Game of the Year. How come Baldur's Gate 3 wasn't nominated for like the 10 years it was in early access? It waited till it was actually out. Like you should wait for 2XKO.
Yeah, I saw your video on like the nominations that I saw.
I like 2XKO. I like the game. It doesn't deserve to be in Fighting Game of the Year. It's not out yet.
Right. I think there was a guy even on Twitter I saw that like he made a game and it was nominated for like best newcomer or something. Like
yeah, and he's like, I've been making games for years, buddy. What are you talking about?
I know he was like, oh, I've been making games for years. This is just under like a new studio, which is why.
Which good for him. And that like, I appreciate the offer, but I must decline.
Right, but the fact that they didn't even do their research to determine that before nominating these.
You telling me the people who put Sifu up for Fighting Game of the Year don't do their research? Get out of here!
I would never have a better fighting game than Sifu.
Like people talk to me like I'm crazy when I talk about all the great Sifu moments at Evo over the years.
I know.
Because it's like crazy. Even though you'll not find a greater arena fighter hater than me, like we had multiple arena fighters come out this year too. You could put that garbage Bleach game in there instead.
I mean, that would be more of a fighting game than Sifu.
Yeah. Or like find some indie titles. There's some indie titles came out this year. Like they've done indie, like they did God of Rock a couple of years ago. And like that's a fighting game only in the loosest sense, but still more than Sifu anyways, right? Like that bugs me. Once again, I like 2XKO. Nominated the year it's actually out, which should hopefully be next year.
Well, what I'll say about the Game Awards is that at the very least, it's always somewhat entertaining. So.
At very least, this year you're going to find me doing crazy expedition glazing, especially because it hurts people so bad. There's a whole anti-Expedition 33 army out there now, and I'm picking fights every day on Twitter. Like, what was the one?
What are they saying they don't like about the game?
I can't. I'm just trying to find it. Jeff Keighley made a post today.
And they actually played the game.
Yeah, it's the game of the year. I played most of the games nominated for game of the year this year. Expedition 33 wins. There we go. Best adaptation. So Minecraft movie, Devil May Cry, Splinter Cell, Last of Us Season 2, Until Dawn. And almost every comment's like, how come Sonic Movie 3 is not here? Because Sonic Movie 3 wasn't there last year because it hit the weird cutoff, right?
Oh my God.
And I comment Expedition 33. Because I don't care what the category is, it wins.
No, that's hilarious. Oh, you probably got so many people on your ass for that.
Because I'm just... Anyone who says anything negative about Expedition 33, even in my own YouTube comments, like my own viewer base is not exempt from the fucking Expedition apocalypse. I will fucking troll them to the dirt over this. It's like...
I mean, like...
I need something... Like, console wars are over. Xbox, this year, they gave up and died, right? I used to be a console warrior. Not because I really believe, but I just like the fights. And this is a good fight. Because the people are like, oh, fucking Expedition 33 players have never played an RPG before. Like, one, I've been playing RPGs since like before you were born, right? Someone tried to call me a fake Metroid fan or something over the fact I was looking forward to the new Metroid Prime. Like, I've been playing Metroid since the 80s. The 80s, okay? Because they're all mad because like there's a character who talks in the new Metroid game. And like, who cares? Who fucking cares?
Dude, video game fans are weird.
They're the worst. That's why I don't feel bad about trolling them. They deserve everything they get and more. So when you come with me, Arc Raiders or Hollow Knight or Silksong or whatever, all garbage. The one thing, there's a new round of people beating Expedition 33.
Okay.
And I'm very happy. There's a new brand of Verso deniers. So I'm happy there's more people seeing the light on that.
Okay. They didn't like the Verso.
Did I understand my opinions, which we've never... I don't want to go... Because I don't want to spoil it for you, right? But like...
Yeah, we haven't gone fully into it on the podcast.
Once again, both endings are the bad ending. And that's why it's a good game. It's not a bad ending like, oh, this ending is unenjoyable. It's a bad ending because you won't be happy with either ending because you're not meant to be happy. Because it's a French-ass game. There's like everything short of fucking like some guy you've never seen before. Like some guy who's an NPC in Lumiere at the beginning of the game. And he just would walk by and go, that is the end. And just walk off. You know, that's how French this game is.
Yeah, I mean, they literally do that. Like, you talk to some of the NPCs and they're just depressed at the beginning of the game.
It's a depressing... That's what sold me. When I found out, like, the state of the world, that's what sold me on the game originally. Because it triggered the... I remember telling you, every time when someone finishes Berserk for the first time, their immediately first thought is, I need something else like Berserk. The world of Expedition 33 is like Berserk. In that it's a grim, dark, hopeless-ass world. And it's more hopeless yet because like the world's dying, the planet is dying, Cloud, right? The world's dying, but it's one of the worst kind because it's a death. It's not like the meteor's coming, right?
Right.
Like
it's a slow
slow fucking death. And they've been living it for a long time. And they all know there's an end of a line. And the only good part is the end of the line, ideally, like you're going to be part of the end of the line anyways. But like, it's kind of someone else's problem.
Right now, at least.
Yeah. Like, this isn't a spoiler to say it, but like, one of the expeditions later on, they talk about like, they had a contingency plan of like, once everyone hits a certain age of youth and it doesn't progress past that, it's like, yeah, we're just going to kill all the kids and kill ourselves. Because like, at this point, there's no hope. And like, that's a dark fucking world, you know, like, especially because like this, well, technically this is a spoiler, but you have no context for what I'm about to say unless you beat the game, so it doesn't matter. But like the father-brother moment for Mael, right? That shit, once again, I'm supposed to be a man. I don't have feelings. Like iDubbbz, I only learned empathy in my 30s or some bullshit, right? That moment is like, you're my father and my brother. And like, sometimes I didn't know which was what. That fucking got me. And like, that only works in a shitty fucking world like that, you know? So like, the shitty world is what sells the game.
Yeah, but it's done really tastefully.
It is. It's like, it is. I hate this because when I say something is artful, I am almost always making fun of it, right? But it truly is an artful game in a way I cannot throw under the bus.
Yeah, and I think it really makes you like grapple with like seeing everyone, like everyone has a different perspective on like how they should live their lives up until the point where like, you know, they pass away or whatever. I don't think that's a spoiler. Too much of a spoiler.
There's like, okay, so there's a set age if you haven't played the game. People will die when they hit a certain, it's like Logan's Run. Your gem flashes, you die when you hit a certain age. The big problem is every year that age goes down by 1. This is the first 30 minutes of the game, so it's not a spoiler.
Right.
The thing is, you see, it's like, it's literally set dressing because you can see the number on the other end of the world. And the game begins with the number going from 34 to 33. And then everyone who's 33 just dies. So now the oldest person in the world is 32.
Yeah. So it's super depressing. And you see like how different people decide to like live their lives. Like some decide to try to do something about that.
Yeah, some people are fighting for the future. And other people are just like,
I'm living my life, you know, the fullest for what I got. Because I'm resigned to die.
Yeah, I got 5 more years, so make the most of it.
Right, exactly. So it's, yeah, the whole premise is super interesting. I think the characters are really well written. Like they're all very complex individuals. Yeah, the story is really well done. Like there's a big twist, which you're like,
there's more than one big twist. There's quite a few.
Yes. Okay, okay. There's like one at the end of every act, pretty much.
Basically. And it was also a lot of sad moments happen in the game. Once again, I'm a guy who is still in my brain. I'm not allowed to cry because I'm a man. I've not overcome it, but I allow myself to have emotion. This game has made me cry multiple times. And my only takeaway from this is all this new crowd of people playing Expedition 33. They beat Act 1. I just see them. They're like, oh my fucking God. And it's like, that's right. You feel fucking sad about it. And like, just you wait.
We got to talk about this after the podcast because I actually think the twist at the end of Act 1 bummed me out more than the twist at the end of Act 2.
That's probably the one that like bummed me out the most. Because like the Act 2 twist is a JRPG twist.
Yes.
The Act 1 twist is a person, like a dramatic moment twist.
Right.
Especially because they build up several catchphrases at this point because it's a grimdark world. And like, you know, for those who come next, you know, tomorrow comes. Like aspirational shit that we're going to get past this dark shit. And it's thrown back in your face in the worst possible way.
It's just, and that like, it's just a crazy moment. I cried a lot during that part. And then, so when you see that moment, I kind of I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this without spoiling.
A sad thing happens that we don't want to spoil for you.
When you see the sad thing that happens to a certain person, like again, you see them again at some point, like I just started bawling.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. Like I was like I wasn't crying from in the ending. Okay, so you see this person again at the ending. Like I wasn't crying up until like I actually saw that person. Like I was like, okay, I'm doing okay. Like I'm sad, but I'm not like bawling. And you see that person again, and then I'm just bawling.
Yeah, no, the game will get. That's part of like it's hard to get me. Like I might have a little chink in the armor now, but I'm still mostly a man of stone. Like it usually takes a sad dog thing that'll get me. Person thing usually for me is like good. Fuck them. That's usually where I'm at, right? Suffer. And this game still got me, and more than once. So I take that as high praise for the game.
Oh, for sure. Like I've played a lot. I mean, I don't think maybe I haven't played as many as you, but I played like almost all the Final Fantasies, and this is definitely like in terms of JRPGs. Yeah, I played Chrono Trigger. I played a lot of JRPGs. I mean, this is definitely.
Oh, sorry, I just lost you for a second. Played a lot of.
JRPGs. I was just saying, like, yeah, this is definitely up there. Story, plot, character, like, very well executed. The gameplay is fun too.
Yeah, it just hits on like Imagine if this game didn't win Music of the Year. The crowd should rough Jeff Keighley and tear him apart like that scene from the third day Dawn of the Dead movie. Just like rip him arm from legs.
What are the other nominations?
Oh, hey, well there we go. We did mostly good here. We got a blood check.
Oh,
I apparently just started bleeding again. But we managed to get through most of the podcast. My blood healed at the beginning.
Maybe
look at that.
A sign that
I'm crying tears of blood here from how beautiful Expedition 33 is. It reopened my wounds like Christ on the cross. That is the power of Expedition 33.
Dude, the whole first act of Expedition 33. Again, not to get into it, but it's like, I think the first act fucked me up more than any.
That's why they're so smart, because right after that is when you meet Minoko, right? So right after that, it's like when you go into like full comedy, like, look at me dance. Don't be sad. It's time for some comedy and some fun. Like the game shifts right into that right away because they know what they just did. So they're trying to just like make you laugh and smile now for like next 2 hours.
I mean, I would say like I like Minoko a lot as a character, but like I don't think the distraction really worked. I was still just depressed.
That's what like half of the comedy moments of the game come in the next 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I felt bad for Minoko too. Like, when you're going to Old Lumiere, and Minoko, like all he's trying to do is like, oh, don't worry, I'll clear a path. And then like he does something, just like fucks up so bad and blows everything up.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, next time you come back to him, he's just crying like, I didn't mean to do it. I fucked up. I'm so sorry. Like I was like, aw.
Yeah, I don't.
He's like, I was just trying to be cool. Like.
Yeah, he was trying to help out, and he ends up like splitting your party. Basically.
Yeah. What a good damn game! I'm so invested in whatever they do next. I'm so invested in Game Awards because it needs to win everything, even things also, I know it won't win. Like best debut. Like from everything I've heard, it probably should go to Dispatch. Because I've heard nothing but positive things about Dispatch. Right?
Okay.
But Expedition 33 is in that category, so fuck Dispatch. Expedition 33 wins. Wait a second. You said the music. Okay. We will just end off here. Game. Oh, whoopsie doodle. That's all I hit. Game Award categories. What is best music? It's got to be Donkey Kong too. Because Donkey Kong, if it was an Expedition 33, should win.
Donkey Kong does have good music, but
Donkey Kong's not on here.
Oh.
Okay,
what's on there?
Death Stranding. No one's even linked me a track. Hades 2. I've been linked a lot of tracks to Hades 2. So yes, I got, even though it loses. Ghost of Yote. There's some stuff.
I've listened to a few songs from
There's some stuff, but like
it's not bad. Yeah.
Expedition 33 is every track in the game, is the thing. And Silk Song. Silk Song is the industry plant game. To be fair, I have not played Silk Song. I did play Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is a profoundly average Metroidvania that wants to be Dark Souls. If I did a top 10 Metroidvanias, it wouldn't even make that list. And I'm sure Silk Song's a better game to some degree, in that usually a video game, the sequel is better than the game before it. Industry plant. That's what I'll say about Silk Song.
I have also heard that like Hollow Knight was just okay. I've never played it personally myself. I don't play a ton of Metroidvanias.
You know how a game's actually good? People talk about it the month after it's released.
Damn.
Nobody has talked about fucking Silk Song in the way I've seen the month after it came out. People still talk about Witcher 3. People still talk about Cyberpunk, even though Cyberpunk really sucked at launch, right? But like, there's games that stand the test of time. Baldur's Gate 3. Silk Song is not going to be one of those games. I hear more about Symphony of the Night than I do about Silk Song these days.
That's true. A lot of really cool Vampire Survivor games coming out. too.
I saw the Vampire Survivor people are making a new game, but like a new genre.
Yeah.
Because everyone's already ripped off the old genre.
Like a VR type first person type game. I'm not really quite sure. They released a trailer and I watched it, but it's a different genre game. So it's interesting.
I didn't play I did play a bit of Vampire Survivor. I put like 10 hours in the game, enough to like beat some of the stages. And I'm just okay, now the blood's mostly gone up again. But I saw they're making the people who made Vampire Survivors are making a Warhammer 40K version of Vampire Survivors.
Oh,
and that I think is actually kind of, especially because they're changing the rules.
Okay.
So like in Warhammer, the Imperial Guards, like they're just people in the world of Space Marines, right? So they're nobodies. So if you pick the Imperial Guard, you get 3 players instead of 1.
Oh,
and like that's different. That's changing the rules of it, right? So like that's kind of cool. And I do like Warhammer 40K. So
they've been doing a lot. Like they did a Balatro free DLC update as well.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really interesting.
They talk about Game of the Year stuff. People still talk about Balatro. That was last year, right?
Or Vampire Survivor.
Yes, Vampire Survivor for sure, right? People still talk about Hollow Knight, Silksong. What they talk about is how many times it delayed. That's the legacy of the games, how long they got delayed, not the game itself.
So, to be fair, I have heard people talking about it more now that it's in the Game Awards. Or maybe it's just you. I just hear you talking
You'll hear me throwing it under the bus for daring to stand up to Expedition 33, but like I feel in me bad-mouthing it, I'm one of the loudest voices just even mentioning it. Like, because once again, came, went. And after Game Awards is over, I'll probably never hear about it ever again.
It's for people, plenty of people still talking about Expedition 33.
Yeah, they were talking about it all year. We didn't have to wait for Game Awards. People were never not talking about it.
That's true. I had you telling me, I had another one of my friends, like multiple of my friends telling me to play it, like literally like this was like probably June or May, just telling me to play this game.
Yeah, like I definitely was haranguing you rather. I was definitely like half the time I talked to Justin, I'm like, play Expedition 33, play Expedition 33. Like, so I don't care if you don't got time. I didn't have time. I made time. You know, like make time for the game.
He's on a plane ride, like
good. Buy a Steam Deck. That's plenty of time to play it.
You got time to play it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think he's finally going to get around to it soon. I don't know yet, but anyone I talk to any small degree, I was like, play Expedition 33. One of my friends can't afford it. Okay, I bought him the game on Steam. Now you have no excuse.
You know what's crazy?
And by the way, it's his favorite game of all time now. He couldn't afford the game. I bought him the game. Now it's his favorite game.
And it's like $50 or something.
It's not even a full price game.
So cheap, yeah. Which is crazy. Today's economy, that's crazy value.
Anyway, so to say for the last hour we diverted, that was the last episode we talked about. We have no more episodes. So next time we return for Going with the Wind, that'll be episode 121. And we'll hope I want to see Miriam or Neferpitou, one of the two, get punched or throw a punch. Doesn't have to be the whole fight. Just, these are the two characters that are the bad guys. And like, nothing against Youpi, nothing against Poof. They are such a tier below Neferpitou and the King. So give me one of the two bad guys and something moves forward with that.
I mean, there's only 15 episodes left in the season-ish, from what I remember. So something's got to happen.
You say that. I thought that was going to be this episode's. I'm like, the runtime from 111 to 120 in universe apparently is like 5 minutes.
Pretty much.
So, once again, I like the show. The pacing in this part of the show is the worst in the show.
Yeah, not gonna lie, it's been pretty brutal to watch through. And now I'm realizing, like, when I was younger,
when you're younger, you have infinite time. You just watch it and you put in front of it and you're good. You know, like,
I was gonna say when I was younger, I probably like skipped through it because I don't remember any of this, or maybe it's just like not interesting to me. So I just
well, we were talking like when I was younger, I watched all this bad anime because like my time was valueless. If it was anime, I watched it. Now, I watch anime a year, maybe. Like, this is my anime of the year that I'm watching.
I feel kind of offended now that you said it like that. Because I've been watching a couple of other anime, and they're just like way better by comparison. So the fact that this is your anime,
like I've had thoughts like, let's watch anime. Oh, let's rewatch Eva. That's why I'm at, like, because anime peaked in 1997 and it's been downhill since. But like, I don't know, I'm trying to even think of shows. Like, I like Chainsaw, but I'm reading Chainsaw Man comic. I still got it caught up because apparently it's getting even crazy. I said this like a couple weeks ago. I really got to get up.
I like the Ranma 1/2 remake.
I like Ranma. If they're making a new Ranma, I'd probably watch that.
Yeah, they made, I think there's already 2 seasons out pretty much. So there's a new Ranma.
But yeah, Chainsaw Man, like, when was season 1? That was like 4 years ago.
A while ago.
They're taking their time on that. And I know they had the movie finally, but.
And then I like Dandadan. I know you've mentioned before that you don't like it. It's kind of got some.
I'm sure I could eventually grow to like it. I'm gonna type this in. This is what I'll close out. Best anime of the last 5 years. Let's see what it has to give me.
Type this into Google.
Yes, which I understand is probably not the best arbiter, but. Okay, Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Loved Edge Runners. Loved it. 10 out of 10.
Edge Runners was.
Solo Leveling seems like the kind of show I would not like.
So the first episode was pretty freaking crazy. I will say that. However, I actually read a lot of the manhwa, and I just got completely lost because it gets very confusing.
Fair enough.
And it becomes basically a power fantasy. So it wasn't really my type of show, but I will admit the first episode that I saw was pretty cool.
I've been told I would love Kaiju number 8, but then I would just read the comic.
Yeah, that's fair.
My dress up, I know that show's not for me. I read a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen. It's not bad, but I read it coming right off of Chainsaw Man. And right after the first arc of Chainsaw Man, like after Denji and Makima plot concludes. And it was just such a downgrade from that.
I see.
Suicide? Oh no, I wouldn't watch that. I do eventually want to watch Furian. I think I'll like that.
I do really like Furian, actually.
But then I'll probably read the comic because it's further ahead, right?
It is, yes.
Just looking at a bunch of stuff I definitely wouldn't watch. Like Toilet Bound Hanaku-kun. Probably not.
I've heard of that show. I don't know anything about it.
Okay, there's a picture of a walrus. Odd Taxi. Okay, I'm down with a walrus.
Okay. I've never heard of that one.
Kenshin. Well, Kenshin's Kenshin. So I guess if it's a new Kenshin, I watch it. But World's End Harem.
What is that? I've never even heard of that.
Well, I can infer a lot just by the title, I guess.
Fair enough.
Onimush. I don't mind the games, but Tier Moon Empire. E-Mine. Google says these are the best of the last 5 years. This is the best we got to offer. Like, I'm not being blown away. Blue Eye Samurai was good. That's Americanimation. Blue Eye Samurai. That is not anime, as it is not made in Japan.
Yeah, some of these interesting. I haven't even heard of them. Like,
I've not heard of over half of these. Pluto. Okay. Pluto is great. But because Pluto is a great comic. And this is a great adaptation.
Okay.
This was this 2023? Oh my God. This probably had me crying worse than anything in the last 10 years.
More than Expedition 33?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a whole episode building to a sad dog moment, and you know it's coming. I don't even like talking about it. Like, I cannot do sad dog stuff.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Point being, maybe not a lot going on in the anime arena.
No. A lot going. Like, Pluto's an amazing story. Pluto is Astro Boy. It's a spin-off of Astro Boy.
Right. I was saying there's a couple of good ones, right, mixed in, but for the most part, I haven't
Yeah.
really
So
heard
Pluto's
any
great. Oh my
shows.
god, there. I actually got a tear in my eye. I cannot do sad dog stuff. So that episode fucked me up bad. But Pluto, despite the sad dog episode, is mostly an allegory for the Iraq War.
Oh, interesting.
And there's a lot. It's in the future. There's a lot of robot stuff. It is Astro Boy. Astro Boy is not a main character of the show. It's just in the Astro Boy universe. But yeah, best anime last 5 years. I've not heard of most of these.
Interesting. I think you'd like Frieren a lot. I mean, Frieren's basically.
There's nothing I've seen that would make me not like it.
Right. It's like a fantasy setting, but it's really. See, I even got a picture of Frieren right there.
I've heard of Bocchi the Rock. It doesn't seem like my kind of show.
Yeah, it's something about like a music. It's like a music show.
Like High School Music Band.
Yeah,
let me tell you about this. And like most people probably are there to a degree, but when you turn 40 years old, you really stop caring about the trials and tribulations of high school kids. Like it just stops playing.
I mean, I think I haven't watched like a high school slice of life in a very long time.
Dirty best anime Kotaku.
I kind of just stopped caring about like shows about like, no offense, about like teenagers in general. So a lot of shonen, actually, I'm like, I don't really find.
Yeah, it's like it's not like it can't be about kids and it's not good. Once again, Avatar is great. It's about kids.
That's true.
Or to use a more actual anime, like Full Metal Alchemist. Like it's technically 2 kids. It doesn't matter. Like it's not about them being kids.
Right.
Like,
it's about
anyone of any age can watch Brotherhood, get a lot out of it.
I agree. But if it like the main thing about it is like them going about their lives, like having romance.
Adults just don't understand. Like, no, we understand just fine. Like, you don't understand. Like,
I think you would hate Bocchi the Rock then, because what I've heard of it is basically it's about a girl struggling to deal with her anxiety, and she uses like music to get over it, something like that.
That's fine. It's just not like because so many like half the personas is like, oh, the adults can't be trusted in this. Like, they probably can be trusted better than you, 16-year-old. Like.
Yeah, I think that's part of the reason why I didn't like Persona 5 as much as like Persona 4 or 3, because Persona 5 is like, we're rebelling against the society, which like, okay, yes.
Yeah, fuck like, society, I get you. Like, and let's be fair, like, Persona 4, when it came out, it made a very big impact on me. I was also a lot younger because it was a PS2 game. Yeah. You know, like, Persona 5 was a PS4 game. So a good amount of time passed between those 2 windows.
Right, but I like Persona 4 because it talked. I mean, yes, it's about high schoolers or whatever, but I think it focuses.
It's not even
on,
about high school as much, right? Because it's about small town politics.
Right, and it's about their relationships with each other as well. And yeah, I just thought the characters weren't quite as interesting as in 5 compared to 4. I
just don't.
And that's a good place to end the episode.
That's where we'll call it. So next time on Going with the Wind, episodes 121 and up, and hope something major happens. We'll see. A lot of people have been commenting lately that they like the yapping. So there's a bunch of extra yapping for you about literally nothing. But that's what we do around here. So let us know what the most pressing point is. What do you think about Hot Frankensteins?
Oh my god.
Where do you come falling on the side of Hot Frankensteins?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how hot is he?
How hot is this Frankenstein, or do you have another Frankenstein you consider hotter? I definitely know Victor from Darkstalkers has his fans.
I mean, he's got that booty.
He has the back end of all of video game characters. Because he can grab you with his ass and slam you. Like, he can pile drive your ass with his ass.
Yeah, I remember. He's got that grab move where he takes side to side. Yeah.
So, sexy Frankensteins, the question of our age. We'll leave it there. And that is it for myself, the Rooflemonger, and for
Babe Ruthless.
Well, I think I'm bleeding again a little bit. But there we go. Honestly, not too much blood. But we do spill blood for this podcast. Let it be known. So, till next time, catch you later. Have a great day.